And we are starting now, Yelvin, just as you ask. We are here now in version 5. Welcome everyone who has joined us at this time. Hoping to get some more people in here shortly. I guess to kill some time, I'll probably just start playing a random campaign here just to kind of warm things up a bit. Someone I haven't really touched in a while, perhaps. How are you doing, Quiet Place, Yelvin? Merrick, I don't think I've seen you before on my channel. You'll be playing your Angmar campaign or showing us more version 5 changes. It will be more about version 5 today. I don't really have a specific timeline or anything about what we're going to do today, but just feel free to ask about whatever you want to see. Any questions for me are welcome as well. Any questions about the mod, my opinions on things. Let's just not get political, anything but that. So, I wish the new UI was in here, but we're still on the old UI. Maybe I'll just play I've already shown the Dunadine in the stream, but I could just load them up first, that way, you know, anyone can check them out, and maybe I'll give it a shot to play Reunited Kingdom. Not really sure. I've never played Erebor before. We could play as the Dark Lord of Mordor if we want to, but that's not exactly playable at this time, and it probably won't ever be playable. Let's see, who have I not really played on the channel? There's been no Dwarves, no Dale, no Easterlings, none of that good stuff there, no Harad. But I guess the most changes did come to Anduin, Anadwyth, the Ardenaeum. Anything that you guys want to specifically see, just go ahead and ask for it. Could just quickly load up the Dunadine though, might not be a bad start. I'm doing alright, how are you? I can't actually read that language, but I think, you know, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I have no idea how to read those letters, but I'm doing great. So far, the only content for the Reunited Kingdom is just the very bare-bones script at the moment, with just the unification of Dol Amroth and Gondor into the Dunadine. Oh, it's Greek? Okay, interesting. Is there any English spelling of that maybe I could actually pronounce the name? Because I have no idea how to read it. I don't really know for sure when version 5 will be released. The common answer, though, that you'll find all around the community is 7, and you can interpret that however you want. If I had to guess, though, I'd say by the end of the year. Antonis Vlatikas. Okay, I'll just call you Antonis. But yeah, my guess is probably by the end of the year, if I had to hope. Ideally sooner than that, because I think this is one of the better versions. Oh, and I just realized with this new version, my key bindings aren't set up, so I'm going to have to use the arrow keys, which is a little bit gross. I really hope for a remaster to this game sometime soon. Anyway, here we are as the Northern Dunadine. A few starting map changes. You still, of course, have Ostul and Fenestruinen, and now Halbarad is in Matraith, which has been toned down to a regular town, no longer a large town. And Hervigil now starts in a fort instead of being between Enumenost and Fornosti Reign. I'll just give this this campaign an actual attempt, though, while we just wait for, you know, anyone else, any other questions. Antonis Vlatakis. Okay, gotcha. Yes, there is, yes, Yelvin, the unification script is in here, but it's just very bare bones, and it triggers on the second turn. I'm just going to go ahead and just grab random infantry here, and attempt to actually play out this campaign as the Reunited Kingdom. Although usually I need some time to actually plan out what I'm going to do. Are we making money? I guess we kind of are. I guess for now we'll just build up the towns. Maybe get some free upkeep for Halbarad's forces down here. What do we need for that? Just a Dunadine camp? Do we even have a town hall? No, we don't. We could get that meeting hall wherever it is. Let's get that war camp first. And then Osul. We could put Erefor in the fort here, save some money. Always a good call, I feel. It's just the current one in the beta. The one that Finn is working on, he hasn't updated yet, so I just have the same one that everyone else in the beta has at the moment. I do wish that more was out there. Perhaps I could have asked him for that to spice it up. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna grab that Carpenter's Hut there from Aragorn. And we might as well just end the turn and attempt to play as Gondor and the Dunadine and Dol Amroth all at once right now. Yeah, thinking back on it, I should have asked Finn about that to just take what he has, but I'm not sure how done it is. Perhaps I could message him and see what his how far along he's been on that script. As we wait for this very long end turn phase to go through. I don't know why it always gets stuck on Dol Amroth. I guess that's just the auto expansion script that that the mod has. It seems that Dol Amroth's turn always takes the longest. In fact, I'm just going to message Finn right now and ask him about that. How is the United Kingdom coming along? Yeah, I'll ask him that and see what he says. You ask which factions do I think is the most fun to play on version 5? I think everyone's really fun. I think the most enjoyable factions, for me personally, would be... I'll go by culture. I'll go by culture. So for dwarves, I think... it's tough between Ered Luin and Erebor. Ered Luin actually has the scripts now, so I'd put Ered Luin up there for dwarves. For elves, I'm kind of biased towards the Wood Elves, but I think the High Elf start is very interesting, like how you have that kind of split kingdom, one on Imladris, one in Lindon. I think the High Elves are probably a bit funner. I think Lothlorien is the most boring at this time of the elves. If I'm talking about Northmen, so that's Rohan, I'm going to count Bree in there, Dale, Dorwinion. I'm going to push that to Dorwinion because of their Mordred Hell script. Man, I really hope this turn actually goes through now. It's taking a really long time. But probably Dorwinion for the Reclamation of the Avari, as well as their buried roster, because there's a lot of... you can play the campaign twice and play it both ways. And then you can also play Dorwinion. You can go evil, you can go good, you can go true neutral. I think Dorwinion's the most interesting of the kind of middle to Northmen type factions. For Wildmen, I'm going to put that at Enedwythe, because of their new roster. I love it. For Dunadine, that would be either Dol Amroth, Gondor, Northern Dunadine, or the Ardenheim. I think the Ardenheim is probably the best, followed by Dol Amroth. And then for evil factions like Orcs, I'm going to give that to Gundabad, just because of their subjugation system. And if we're talking about like the Eastern men, I'm going to put Harad because Mumakil are awesome. You're going to focus on Angmar first or Goblins? Well, Angmar is going on in my current Let's Play. We're still waiting on Goblin changes to happen as well. Merrick, you say, remember when Galu made the latest dev diary, he showed that Human Catapult got different textures for different factions. Do elves got something similar? Yes, the elves do actually have their own color-based textures for the mod. So Woodland Realm is a lot of greens. Lothlorien is, I think, either silver or that kind of yellow color. I can't recall which one they picked. And High Elves have the blues. That's something I actually had mentioned in the suggestions thread for a while. I had said that the artillery crews should get their own unique colors. That's also been expanded to the Northmen as well. So like Rohan's is kind of a green, same with Bree. I think Dorwinions takes purple and Dale has got the blue. Here we go, we finally made it through that end turn phase. Looks like are the rebels going to attack us? Or are we going to make it through here? Yeah, if you toggle Fog of War, you see all the expansions happening. Yeah, I don't want to toggle the Fog of War, though, and see everyone's moves. I was looking forward to this. I have two questions. Karen, you ask, looks like Dol Amroth army is stuck. No, that's actually just the auto expansion script. Now, what's your opinion about removing the barracks event? I think it's great that the barracks event is gone. Well, look at all these diplomatic notifications. I think it's great that the barracks event is gone, simply because now you can basically just work on a tech line. So you get a real sense of progression where you build your town halls up to unlock your higher tier barracks, and they do require different levels of cities. So as you kind of build up your infrastructure, then you provide those supply lines and you know, the military infrastructure and command that you need to actually have a barracks. I love that. It's more apparent with other factions than the Dunadine, but if we go to our encampment, of course our Dunadine war camp, that's just your baseline. You can just make that. If we want to make the Dunadine barracks, it says we need the moot hall. That's actually a bug. It should be the, what is it called? Should be, oh, I guess it is the moot hall. Are these the right names? Oh, I'm not sure if this is accurate. Stone Circle to Moot Hall. I don't think this is final. Yeah, these are the Enidwythe UIs in the Wildmen, so I think that's going to change. But yeah, you do need to have the higher tier encampments. The Royal Barracks here takes the very last tier, but then that does give you your best units at the end game, so I prefer that. Now, so is Eredlu a new event with Buzzard Doom, Balrog a new unit implemented in the beta? Yes, it is implemented, and I know Galudirathan actually did that. So if I toggle the Fog of War here, if you do take Buzzard Doom, you can actually avoid the Balrog if you want. You do have to basically build the halls of the Vaults of Baleriand, and I can actually show that shortly as well. And I'll kind of just cheat move over there as Eredluin. But basically, when you build the vaults and kind of expedite into it, that's when the Balrog kind of awakens and you have to fight him. But you get a lot of rewards for doing that. So as you can see, it is turn 2, so our unification has gone down. So we now have all of Gondor and all of Dol Amroth now. There's going to be some public order issues, but you can just fix that by moving the capital here. So we'll just do that, and now most of that's been solved, although Karasast hates us for some reason. Probably because no one's in it. I would honestly like to see if Dol Amroth was an optional unification. I mean, I do like having their units, but I think it'd be kind of neat if you could kind of pick to see if you want Dol Amroth to be in your faction or if you want them to be independent. That way you aren't dealing with all of these wars, because now we fight Mordor, Harad, the Ardenayim, as well as the Angmar forces in the north. But now we have tons of money. Oh no, actually we're losing money? I'm not sure. I'm sure that'll balance itself out. We'll make our way towards Dead Man's Dyke here. Attempt to see if we can take it out with our paltry forces here. Grab the bandits because they're cheap. And then see if I can actually handle everything in Minas Tirith down here. I do wish these Fountain Guard had free upkeep though. And I think we keep the Legio system. I'm not sure if that stays or not. But we do have to actually build war camps to actually train forces in Gondor, which I think needs to be changed to have the stables, practice ranges, and barracks. I think that needs to be still accessible for the Dunadine. But as you can see, we have Boromir, we have Denethor, all the Athelian Rangers, Faramir himself, Huron over here, Callanhead. We have all this territory, Forlong the Fat, literally everyone. So there will be an actual progression to get to this point. But for right now, I mean, you just get everyone, and you can just really play out a campaign as that. I want to do the Northern Dunadine on my channel as a playthrough when the Reunited Kingdom gets a bit more fleshed out. As for right now, it's a bit soon. I feel like you should, definitely have your power established in the north. Now I'm just going to see if I can do a battle or something at Fornost. With the Northern Dunadine script include a change in the general model's bodyguard, is that even possible? It would be kind of haggard to still have ranger generals in charge of your Reforged Kingdom. So the current generals that you assimilate into your faction will be what they are. So the Gondor bodyguards will be what they're supposed to be. The Dunadine bodyguards will retain that. I know it is possible to have both. So you could train both bodyguard units. And the reason I know that's possible is because there used to be a thing where you could play Erebor, and this was probably version 3, or it might have been patched in version 3, it might have gone back to version 2.2, but when you would train the Dale Cavalry in Erebor, it would count as a general unit, so you would have a general as a Dale Cavalry, and you could also train your Dwarven generals. So it is possible to have multiple general units. I think the default will only be a certain type, so for example, The default general might still be the Ranger generals. This is all subject to change, so we might get a new Reunited Kingdom type general unit. But you are able to train multiple types of generals. It just has to be assigned in the EDU, which is one of the game files. Hey Sonika, how are you doing? I think, is this Turin here? I think this is Turin. My second age knowledge is a bit iffy. I think that's Turin himself. See if I can handle this quick battle against all the trolls that are going to be in this settlement. Biggest threat, of course, being trolls, but we have the good amount of soldiers to actually take them down with, I think. They do have some heavy goblin archers. Of course, here is Fornosti Rain, all destroyed before it upgrades, but of course that's in the current version. Although I think the gate was added. I think you could just walk on in here. I don't think these walls actually functioned as walls, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, it is Turin. Thanks, Yelvin. Hey, Haze of the Reach, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Let's see if we can shoot down these trolls now before they get to our line. Look at these Dunadine Rangers, and I think these models are new for version 5. I can't remember if this was version 4.5 or not. But these guys looking very, very fly. I think these are updated. I'm not sure. Version 5's been in the works for a very long time. Hopefully these Dunadine Rangers can take out these trolls, though. Oh, they have Barrowites, too. Those are deadly, as I'm sure you guys have seen on the Angmar campaign that we've been playing. Come on, take out these trolls. I will gladly sacrifice some bandits to go occupy those trolls if I have to. I think our archers, though, can kill them before they get to us. We even have armor-piercing archers with the Dunadine bodyguard over here. I mean, they're definitely bloodied. See if we can just kind of catch them on the edge. Perfect. Of course, our Dunadine Rangers are bodyguards with the steel bows here. Oh yeah, no, these trolls are going to definitely take some solid damage from us. Let's let the bandits just kind of occupy them and work on those Barrowites. Oh, these Rangers are from 4.5. Okay, that's good to know. I've been following this mod for so long, sometimes I forget when things get added. See if we can take care of those Barrowites before they get to our battle lines, as those guys are deadly. Bandits are getting wrecked by trolls, but I mean, that's to be expected. Let's use leadership. I'm not really sure what leadership does at the moment. We do need to take care of those Black Pit Archers, a new name for the heavy goblin units. They're no longer just heavy goblin archers and so on. They are now Black Pit units, which is pretty cool, I think. Your bandits, just ignore those trolls. Get on those archers. Should be able to kill most of those Barrowites, though, but we are kind of shooting into our own men. This is a little bit risky. Yeah, those Dunadine Wardens are going to get destroyed. Let's move you guys up a little bit closer. I'll probably switch to Arid Lewin right after this. I just want to see if I can win this battle with our starting forces. I think I can. The Rangers are definitely taking some damage, though. And Black Pit Archers are just shooting at us basically non-stop. What are you shooting at? You're shooting at the Black Pit Archers? Alright, that works. You guys all on defensive mode. Please shoot those last few Barrowites. They should die very soon here. I do like the new Barrowite models, so I think they look very, very nice. Those trolls are going to be an issue, though, if we keep letting them get to us. Dunadine Bodyguard for you is the most useful general unit after Cavalry. I think they're also really good, because they have the armor-piercing melee and the armor-piercing ranged units, so they are very effective here. We need to, I think this might be the general, or this, yeah, this has to be their general. Yeah, he's doing that little animation there. We need to take care of those trolls. Archers are still firing at us, though. We could use a loose formation, but I'm not really too bothered about it. I'm going to try to move up to see if we can just take care of those trolls, though. We did kill our general now, which is good. Let's use that leadership ability. Yeah, Cav is very overpowered in this game. That's why there's not really any cavalry bodyguards outside of Rohan, Dolamroth, and Khand, and Harad. And even then, they are very, very small unit sizes. And these Dunadine Wardens might actually flee from the battle. Your bandits, why don't you guys hop in there? I don't think we're going to beat these Black Pit archers. It's going to be close. I mean, our Dunadine are already routing. I definitely would want some cav in this battle to deal with those archers, or perhaps more infantry. I'm going to switch to those trolls now because they are very threatening. But it's on times 6 now, because this battle isn't honestly too important.
We've lost half of our men.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered if we win or lose this one. Alright, we killed most of those trolls, that's good. Black Pit archers still firing at us, but that's fine. This is all fine. They're actually doing quite a bit of damage to us, though. They should kill off the trolls, I think. Nope, they're still alive. This might be a lost battle, actually. This actually might be a lost battle. I don't think we're going to win it. Yeah, they have too many Black Pit archers. So this battle is not winnable. Or at least maybe not the way that I did it. Maybe if I ran farther away. Not sure. Definitely, I probably could have won it if I microed it a bit better. Yeah, we're not going to worry about this one anymore. Let's go to Arid Luin to show the Balrog kind of script and how that works. Merrick, you always wait for Halbrad to go to the north. Yeah, he is really good at taking out trolls because he's got those steel bowmen. But right now he's sitting in the south, which kind of gives you a good way to push for, what do you call it, Tharbad. So you can actually kind of grab Tharbad early game now, and without letting Dunland kind of funnel into Eriador, which I think will be a very solid tactic, is to have Halbrad go south with as many forces as you can, grab Tharbad and hold that line so you aren't dealing with the Dunadine outside of one choke point. Let's go to Arid Luin and look at them now. Oh, that's not Arid Luin, that's Dale. There we go. Yeah, I think you might have to upgrade the town. We'll see. I haven't done Arid Luin in version 5. I only did them in version 4.5. So all the changes I have not touched outside of what do you call it? Just testing them in custom battles. You don't like the strategy to go to the south, yeah. It can be tough, but it is kind of more easily accessible, and I think there's more variety for you to play the Dunadine. Don't they start at war with the Dunland, though? I think they do. I could be wrong about that. And of course, one thing I do like about, what do you call it, about Arid Luin is the fact that they have the scripts now they have multiple scripts. So you have the Balerian Reclamation, and you have the Grimborn script, which I really like. Gonna end the turn now. Do we actually have less money than we used to? I feel like we do. I'm gonna gather up our forces now, and then we'll end the turn, and then teleport them out to what do you call it? To Buzzra Doom. I let it get through the end term so it can just get through all the scripts. Yeah, the stream is definitely better than last week. I think what the issue was the fact that when I downloaded the software for my webcam, it also installed Razer Cortex, and I think that was kind of shutting down some of my processing power to OBS, which I use to stream. This is my suspicion. Because I actually recorded another Angmar video, but I have to scrap it because the same thing happened. I didn't check the stream. It was all super choppy, and I wasn't even live streaming. So it was something with Razer Cortex. I uninstalled that, and it seems like everything's working just fine now with my software. And I've also upgraded. I've got a new router, the Netgear Nighthawk AX2700, I think it is. And we've upgraded our internet, so it's definitely better than it was last week. And I'm glad for that. I think it was just that Razer Cortex thing. It's supposed to optimize your games, but it also shuts down the processing that goes to other programs that are running, and I think that was my problem there. Yeah, they do have bad relations, the Elven Dunland and the Dunadine. But if you can stop the wild men from kind of pushing into the south, it kind of just lets you hold them at one spot, which is nice. And plus, Tharbad has potential to make a lot of money. I think when you play the Dunadine, you have a lot of options. Do you go for a Numenos? Do you go for Fornos Rain? Do you just ignore those, let Angmar take them? Do you try to expand down the river towards Enedwythe? Do you focus on the goblins on the east? You're kind of in the middle of a hot pot in Eriador where you can do whatever you want. Or do you want to just say, screw it, pack up and leave? I mean, you could also just do that. You could take Aragorn and be like, you know what? Screw Bree, I'm out of here. I'm going to move to Dale if you wanted to. Although, technically, you could do that as any faction. You could even turn on Bree if you want to, but I don't know why you would want to do on that. Yeah, Discord stream. Yeah, it may have been my internet that day too. We have our security system on our Wi-Fi. That could have been a problem too. I'm not really sure on that, but I'm glad everything's smoother now. We wait for this very long end turn phase for the auto expansion to go through. There's a lot of scripts. I'm hoping they can find a way to speed this up. Then you could either say the Dunadine campaign is the hardest. I think they can be the hardest, definitely. I'm not sure if anyone else has a harder time than the Dunadine. Dol Amroth can be harder easy, I'd say. I mean, they have a very strong starting position. It can be a little tougher, though, for newer players to deal with a lot of Harad and Ar-Ardenheim forces when you have a small starting territory. But I think for the most part, no faction is super difficult. Anduin is arguably a bit easier now in version 5 because of their new roster, as well as I don't think the goblins start with Goblin Town. I can't remember. I think Goblin Town is neutral, so you kind of don't have to deal with that. Yeah, hardest factions, I'd probably say, yeah, Dunadine, Anduin, maybe the High Elves, but I mean, your units are so strong. Gondor, just because you have a lot of territory, I think for newer players it's kind of harder to manage all that. But they can be easy, especially if you just rush Mordor or hold the line that they have. Who else could be difficult? Actually, Rune I think can be difficult too, just because of their start. Once you get rolling, you're good as Rune, but those first couple of settlements, like it's a slow start. Darwinian gets a bonus as the AI, so they're going to expand kind of quickly, while you have one settlement and very few strong forces. It takes a while to get rolling as Rune, but you do snowball hard. Radical Ricardo, love your name by the way. Are there any changes made to the AA besides those sweet visual upgrades? I don't believe so. There is discussion though on making it so the ports will give them culture increases, which makes sense. That way you can kind of build a port, have your culture go up for the Ar-Ardenheim. But I think for the most part it's just visual changes at the moment. Alright, Clanlord Gore, I'm just going to teleport you down there. We'll just grab all of our forces because I'm not really too worried about anything. We're just going to grab everyone. Alright, let's see here. What is the position down here? Now, when I play Ered Luin, I actually like to go march my forces down, take under towers because it gives you a, the Palantir, which is a big global bonus for the dwarves for building costs. I like to do that. It's a show cursor stat. Move character, Gore, 92, 3, 5, 1. And can we get any mercenaries? Nope, nothing. I'm probably just going to auto-resolve this battle just to instantly win it. Oh, another change though to Ered Luin, of course, is their new bodyguard. The Tamun Zahara nobles now have a crossbow, 12 missile attack, armor piercing of course, and should have, very high accuracy. I think that's at the same tier as the Rangers. Yeah, they're both very high. Who's actually better? You're at 190. You're at 175. So the Rangers still better. Higher missile attack, higher range. But not as well armored, but way more soldiers. Oh, also a other couple things. Some new strategy map models. So under towers, the Hobbit Village has kind of been upgraded a bit for Breland. They've got their own unique models, which looks a bit better now in my opinion. Who else has new models? I think, Bree itself, the city of looks... This is upgraded now as well with the red rooftops. I love all that. Of course, I think the Angmar towns, we've shown those, how they've been updated, as well as the Northern Dunadine. I'd like to see some updates to the Haradrim settlements. I mean, they look good now, but I like to see some changes. Oh, I'm gonna toggle that Fog of War off again so we can end the turn. I hope the sound kind of mixing on Medieval 2 and the stream is okay right now. I've been trying to turn it up a little bit, but I don't want it to be overbearing. Let's see, yeah, the unification script will take a long time. Okay, the Goblin, yeah, okay, the Goblins do get Goblin Town, good to know. Yeah, AI and Anduin, I mean, they really struggle. I've seen them hold out for a while, but they struggle dealing with 3 enemies. You've got Goblins to your left, Snowworks to your north, which are very, very, very powerful, and Dogoldur to your south. I'd say the Goblins are the easiest to kind of deal with, outside of their just spam. But you got Cavalry to deal with that, you've got Archers for the north, and you've got Skin Changers for the Nazgul in the south, so you can make it work. Oh yeah, and for high elves, go quick for the settlement next to it. Yeah, Cameth Bryn, very good place. Yeah, getting the goblins out first is, I also think, a good idea, and if you can get those settlements, you can be very rich. This was like to sell Khazad-dûm to the dwarves to get 50,000 gold. Yeah, that's a valid strategy, actually. I remember, I think it was the not Conflicts of Eriador. Heirs of Elendil made it so when you took, like, Khazad-dûm as the Dunadine, it actually had a custom name, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, there's rioting, but who cares about that? I don't like how Gehuznar always, like, has low public order. I'm not really worried, though. Alright, we're just going to simply auto-win this battle. I don't really want to fight it out and deal with this battle map, as I'm not a big fan of this battle map. I think it needs to be updated. I don't like how it's just a super long walk all the way to the back corner. And cool, we lost no one on that auto-resolve. Look at that. That is the true power of the dwarves right there. I'm going to occupy that. And we reached the Shire, which is great. So Buzzard-Doom Expeditions. So excellent news, we have reclaimed Buzzard-Doom, and now all of the Blue Mountains are once again controlled by the dwarves. We can now turn our attention to the Great Vaults. Our surveyors believe they have found the crumbled gateway to the vaults, but it will take many seasons to map the first tier of the vaults. The cost will be high, but the reward will be beyond imagining. So if we look here, we have the crumbled vaults. It doesn't do anything at the moment, just gives you a bit of lore about it, and the kind of in-game lore that they've gone for it. We go to the Ruined Vaults. You can do the first expedition with it gives you 650 building income, which is very nice, which means Buzzard-Doom really becomes one of the best economic settlements in the games. Combine that with like tier 3 mines, 1890 mining plus 275 gold for being dwarves. Buzzard-Doom is now a top tier economic settlement. Hey Izzy, how are you doing? It is good to see you, my man. Thank you for the compliment on the mustache right there. I'll try to twirl it up and go for that handlebar, but it never wants to stay up. And then if you go for the second tier of the Great Vault, this is what will trigger the Balrog. It's either this one or it's the first one. I think it's the second one that does it. 1,050 income. So combine that with the mines, that's like 3,000 gold a turn just from those 2 buildings. You get a lot of happiness. You get a melee weapon upgrade, and you get the Baleriant Honor Guard, the absolute best pikeman unit pike unit in the game, hands down. Nothing will beat these guys at all. 88 soldiers, inspire, good against mounts. They frighten infantry. 10 attack, 30 defense. Only thing that would make them more busted is if they had armor piercing. They would be amazing. And they did start off as what, 2-handed units, I think was the initial what was it? When they first came out, I think they were halberds, and then they were changed to pikemen to kind of fit into that whole Eredluin pike theme. So an amazingly powerful unit, and works really well with the pike and shot method. So we'll if we actually lose all of our generals here, we're gonna die. I'm gonna pull Nar out. Actually, we need to get our heir out of here. Let's get Gore out of here, so that we don't just lose like immediately when that Balrog attacks us. In fact, I'm just gonna add some money to start building the vaults, just that we can see that happen. I'll just give us like 10,000 gold here. I would definitely recommend doing the Mason's Halls for those, because they are super expensive. Well, I cannot build that right now. Does it require something else? Does it? What does it require? It shows that I can't build it. Oh, because I'm only doing 1,000, not 10,000. That's why. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll repair the walls at the same time. And then I'm gonna rename that to just Buzzridge, so I can just quickly do the auto build. Process CQ Buzzra. And then you get the first one done. It'll say the riches of Belagost. More good news from the first expedition into the Great Vaults. They have now fully mapped the first tier and unearthed every chamber in every vault. It took some time fashioning keys or removing rubble. Oh, look, there's a typo. Someone notate that. Someone tell them there's a typo. Or removing rubble to gain access, but the wealth stored within it is now ours. It seems the first tier was used exclusively by those of Belagost, and there are a great many treasures of that place available to us. So that gives you the first tier. As you can see, it's immediately giving us more money there. And if we go for the second tier, how much does that cost? 11,400 gold. So yeah, definitely recommend building your Mason's Halls to save time and money on these. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just finish that. And now it says Awakening. Our first expedition into the Nogrod level of the vault has been successful. Many of the weapons and armor of the great Smith Telkar are still stored down there, and with them we will surely become powerful once again. Unfortunately, that time is not now. Something comes. The dry words, or the dear words, have warned us of this, but we didn't listen. Something has awoken in the vaults beneath Buzzra Doom. Something great and terrible. Those who manage to escape the lower level speak only of a shadow and flame, and the low hum of a goblin war dirge. Goblins we can fight, we have beaten them at every turn in the past, and we shall do so again, but this shadow and flame, only Durin's Bane has been described as such, but we know that monster sleeps in Moria. We must make ready for whatever is coming. So I think that happens on the next turn, and it takes 4 turns to recruit these guys, so there's no way we would even get them on time. We don't even have a pipe hull to do that. We'll try it, we'll see what happens. I doubt we're going to get them before that script happens. I think it's immediately... I think it immediately happens. Yeah, they were a shock 2-handed unit. Okay, it was... I knew they were armor piercing. I couldn't remember if they were halberds or something else. Yeah, Gallo, that's right. He did show them in his top 10 shock troops. I remember that one. He was like, these are the strongest shock troops. I'm glad that they were changed to the pikes, though. Definitely way better. I think... Is there any top 10 type of units that he hasn't done? I think he's done everything. Has he done horse archers, like top 10 horse archers? I mean, I guess every horse archer could be good. I'm not sure if he's done that one. I know he's done top 10 sword and board, top 10 shock, top 10 pikes, crossbows, archers. What does that really leave? Has he done top 10 spear units? I'm not sure if he's done those. How about top 10 dwarves? Yeah, I don't think he's done top 10 horse archers, though, but there's not a whole lot to contend there. Although I think Khand is probably going to take the top position of that, either Khand or Avaran Elves. And there is the Balrog himself. It's actually 2 armies, I thought it was just 1. And you just get scripted into the battle, so make sure when you do this battle, make sure that you have at least like a full stack army of your best units in the garrison. Top 10 generals, has he done that one, is he? I don't know if he has. And I feel like that one's kind of hard to do because you have like cavalry generals, you have archer generals, you have spear generals, you have every type of general, so it's kind of hard to pick that. I think that would be more opinion based. Let's be honest, we all know if Galu does a top 10 general unit, it's going to be Knights of the Silver Swan at the #1 position. I guarantee you guys, he is going to be so biased for that. But we'll give it our best shot to see if we can actually defend against the nightmare that comes. We actually can't really shoot. It'd be cool if there's a little pathway to get up onto the settlement. But looking at the incoming army, they do have 3 catapults that they'll use to break down the gates. Lots of trolls, lots of goblin infantry, and then the Balrog himself in the back of the line. Looking a little derpy the way he's holding that sword beneath his feet, kind of basketball style there. If you lose this battle, you can get a scripted army from Khazad-dûm and Erebor. Oh, okay, that's actually interesting. So you don't really need to have a full garrison then? I mean, we're definitely not going to win this battle. I mean, look at all these reinforcements. More trolls, more catapults, just swarms of forces. So I'm just going to march everything out the battle, and we'll lose this one for sure. In fact, they might break down that gate pretty soon. But yeah, I would kind of like to see this battle map changed. I don't like how long it takes you to get to the backside. I'd like it to be a little more condensed. Like, the layout's cool, don't get me wrong. I like the architecture. I would like to see it be changed. And maybe have, like, those elven type walkways where you can put your units on walls. Because maybe having your dwarven crossbows, like up here, for example, on some type of gatehouse would be nice to have them actually fire down at the incoming units down there. Put this on ×2. I'm going to turn the details down a bit, though, just because there's a lot of lag, because there's a lot of units here. I don't want it to lag too much. Oh, look at the difference that makes. They look kind of gross. Oh, that turns the sprites on. Okay. Yeah, they're going to break through. We're just going to lose this battle real quick. I'm not really concerned. I want to see what that army is that we do get, though, because I don't believe I've seen it. And Broadbeam Marksman, can you guys actually deal with those trolls? I wonder if they can. But yeah, if you try to fight this battle with a small army, you are pretty much screwed. I'm gonna get down there, Clan Herald. I'll look at all our dead bodies up here. Yeah, I think Burning Bodyguards might also be up there. Definitely a top contender. Like, I'd say, especially now they have those mass changes, so when you charge Bjornings into a unit, they will just send them flying. It is amazing. Although I would like to see them maybe get area of effect attacks. Let's see, can we actually kill trolls with crossbows, or are those trolls going to kill us? We'll see. The new general unit, I do like how they do have the crossbows better than the two-handed swords. Definitely gives them a little more utility. And the spears are kind of nice. Let's see, can we actually kill trolls with marksman? I think we can. But yeah, this Balrog's going to be in there. He's going to be just crushing our forces. Although he did get knocked down. He's a little buggy looking. Yeah, that's a ton of trolls. Definitely bring some catapults with you. If you're going to try to actually win this battle. Or lots of crossbows and pikes. You're going to need it. We can kill a couple of trolls here. And this is definitely going to be a guaranteed loss. We're not going to win this one. I just want to see what that army is. Husband Reclaimers and Dragon Slayers? Ooh, that would be very nice to have. Although I bet you can't retrain them. I think that's the catch. Broadbeam Marksman, though, definitely doing some work on those trolls. Oh, but now we're going to get caught in melee and probably stop firing. Oh, no, they're still going to shoot. I love it. Yeah, that is kind of the issue with the Anduin bodyguards. They kind of get too close to the enemy. Like, they can get swarmed, so you got to use them the right way. I will not show my feats every mango. That you have to pay for. If you guys want that, you have to donate. I don't do that for free. But I'll probably show the Skin Changer's charge. The way you want to use it is definitely hammer and anvil with another force. You want to have them supported. Alright, now this battle is basically done. Will the catapults keep firing? That would be nice to see them kill the Balrog. We actually have towers? We actually have towers. I didn't notice that. That's actually kind of nice that we have those. But why are they outside the settlement instead of inside of it? Oh, you need to move a diplomat to Erebor and Khazad-dûm? Wasn't that for, isn't that also with the Grimborn script, though? Like, if you take the rings, don't they turn against you? So how does that work? So, like, if you become evil, you have to fight Khazad-dûm and Erebor unless you convince them not to. So, I'm curious how that interaction goes. There's a lot of... Like, Ered Luin is definitely the most flushed out faction for the dwarves right now, and I want to see Erebor get to this level. Alright, it's gonna be kind of choppy as I put it on ×6. But soon, Clan Herald Grange should be dead. Our other general died, Nar's already dead. And they are routing. So yeah, make sure you have a very strong army if you're going to fight this battle. So it'll be interesting to see what the script says about losing this, because I haven't seen it. I do watch Gallivarian's videos, but not so much as of late. Kind of more preoccupied, I guess, with life and my own channel at the moment. I still give him a listen, though, every couple, at least once a week, I'll just have one of his videos playing, just hear what he says. I do enjoy his Ardenheim campaign, though. I like the Osgiliath start. And we'll get through this loading screen here. Erebor needs a calmer union. But with who? Maybe Rune? Alright, so we lose Buzzradoom. So yeah, we've lost both our generals. This is fine, though. As I say, this is fine. So now we pretty much have to deal with the Balrog being in there with his very strong... We didn't look at his stats, but 67 attack, effective against armor, good against mounts, frightens infantry, 7 hit points, a very, very powerful unit. But we do have some money, though. We definitely have some money. Gonna end that turn there. We'll see if that script pops up. Yeah, Erebor, the only thing Erebor has is a script where they reclaim their old territories and they get a couple of like ancillaries in their retinue and a couple of very minor traits. I think they need something new. Personally, I'd like to see an expansion to the Iron Hills for Erebor. I'd like to see maybe another settlement there. I'd like to see... I know it's very divisive. I'd like to see either the Iron Hills like Goat Riders or maybe the Iron Hills Chariot. There's talk about the Chariot for them, which I like. They do have the Eastern Dwarves, the Orokarni, but there's no like major script for them, and I feel there should be. There needs to be something. Maybe more Dalian units could join their army. Maybe they can make Rune join them. Could you imagine getting like Runic Dragon Guard and having them fight for you with like Dwarven armor? I think that would be really sick. Like maybe not all of the men of Rune are evil. Some maybe want to reject Sauron. Maybe there could be something where the dwarves kind of convince some of the Easterlings to fight for them. Or maybe just bribe them off with lots of money. I am not going to download that mod, Sev Remango. That is not happening on my channel. Oh no, our faction leader's probably going to die right now. Maybe he can retreat. Sigbert. What a name, Sigbert? His name is Sigbert. I'm going to just auto-win that because I don't want Clanlord Gore to die just in case. I don't want him just to like die off in our campaign and we lose this before we can even see the rest of the scripts. Alright, a Balrog in the vaults. So we thought only one survived. None believed more of these beasts escaped the wrath of the Valar and the drowning of Beleriand. We were wrong. The riches of Beleriand are once again out of our reach, and they lie in the hoard of a thing far worse than any other dragon, a Balrog of Morgoth. This is our time, however, and where our ancestors failed before, we shall succeed. We will not rest until that beast is slain. Sound the call to arms, send emissaries to our kin in Moria and Erebor, and providing we have agreed a military alliance, they will surely answer this call. Looks like a candidate for adoption there. So we just need to get a diplomat. Send them to both of those places, I guess. Let's do Erebor first. Talk about that Fog of War. Move character. What's his name? Is it Anar, I think? Yes, I remember it's Anar. Oh, did I not check the cursor stat? So your show cursor stat. Move character Anar 336 422. And do we need to do anything? We're already allied. Do I just need to like have him posted here or something? Is that all I need to do? I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna do this for now though. And then we'll move him to Moria the next turn and see what happens. And then next turn, yeah, we'll just move him over there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of funny how Eredlund gets the 3 Dwarven rings, while in the books, Erebor actually gets offered those. Yeah, but I mean, I guess that would imply that, I guess if you were to kind of merge the canon of Divide and Conquer with the lore of the books, perhaps the canonical ending is that Eredlund rejects the rings, Moria buggers off, or Mordor buggers off, and then goes to Erebor. Maybe that's how that goes canonically. And to move Moriron back up against the mountains that contain Sauron, and then say it's the North Orocarni, and then get them to reclaim it. I think the only issue with the Orocarni is the fact that they are much farther east. If you look at any maps of Middle-earth, they go really far out there. So maybe it could be like an Orocarni colony, but it would not be the homeland. Okay, so we got Dragon Slayers. Erebor has answered the call to arms, and companies of Dragon Slayers have arrived at Thorin's Halls. Ooh, look at all those traits. That's amazing. Alright, so now we'll do Khazad-dûm here. See what the tiles are. Move character. Oops. I need to check show cursor stat. Then move character Anar 248 340. And now I guess we'll just talk to them. I don't think we actually have to do anything with them. I don't think you have to actually do any diplomacy, but we'll just do that for now. Toggle off the Fog of War. And where are they? Are they at Thorin's Halls, it said? Yeah, here we go. Buren. Ooh, that is a powerful army. Oh my. Wow, so 4 units of Dragon Slayers and 4 units of Blacklock Engineers, and Buren is a Dragon Slayer himself. So you get a replenishing unit. That is nice. That is very nice. Buren, move on down that way. Let's end the turn, see what the Moria army is. I'm guessing, what, 5 units of Reclaimers and 5 units of, like, First Legion is my guess? Maybe it's the Beast Slayers or whatever they're called. Oh, Binya, you actually have a plan for Erebor? Okay, I look forward to seeing that. Maybe months. I look forward to seeing that. Merrick, you don't do scripting, but it does take a hefty chunk of your time. Even small changes in the EDU takes a while. Yeah, there are kind of shortcuts that you can do about that. Kind of faster ways to do it once you get used to it in the file structure. But yeah, scripting is a whole nother like thing. Like that's a lot more work than just changing simple EDU files. Those are some chunky boys. Indeed, they are. I think, Berkeley, I think it is still a very strong army, because you get 2 of them. You still get basically a full stack. At least, what, 18 units? 2 generals and, like, 8 units in their retinue, so... It's a full stack army of some of the best Dwarven units. If I'm guessing, though, I know Khazad-dûm is, what, the Reclaimers, and it's gotta be, what, Beast Hunters, maybe? Which is kind of a mediocre unit, but, I mean, hey, archers are nice to have. Reclaimers arrived. Khazad-dûm has answered the call to arms, and companies of Reclaimers arrived at Thorin's Halls. Let's see here. Yep, Hithigler, Beast Hunters, a decent Dwarven archer unit. Do they have a bonus with their archers? Oh, they have armor-piercing melee. Oh, that's finally been added. That's great to see. And then the Reclaimers themselves. So you take these guys, have them join here. Character reset Buren. And I love how the Song of Durin is in this mod as well. Or is this King? I think this is King in the Halls that's playing. Move character Buren 354. We'll have Gore join them. Character reset Gore. And of course, you do lose money from having this. This is a lot of dwarves eating up your economy. But I mean, now you can simply go in, retake this settlement. And whatever survives, you get to keep using. You're not going crazy, Severimingo. The generals are indeed 16 years old. Basically, they're, in this mod, 4 turns is a year. And generals will typically live to be around 100 to 116 or so. And that way you get to keep them throughout the whole campaign, because it ends after about 400 turns. I think you can keep going after that, but that's kind of like the default like end time, but you can keep going from there, I believe. But that way they don't die of old age, and you can keep them going for a long time. It's really weird with elves, because elves typically take like 100 years to reach adulthood, yet you have these 16-year-old elves that can just, you know, join you and fight for you and do wars and that sort of thing. You know, old-timey World War I military conscription, I guess. Alright, we'll see if I can actually take this settlement back. I'm curious to see what it says when you do this. Anything else pop up here? Yep, nothing else. We'll see if we can actually win this battle now. My biggest worry is the catapults and the fact that the AI typically just hangs out in the very back of the map. I think Medieval 2, yeah, it was annoying that they die quickly. I think it was 2 years a turn, but generals would do 1 year each time. I think they would age, so you could have like a general for like 50 turns, but that would be like 100 years in game. I could be wrong on that. They might have aged like 2 years each time, which is kind of annoying because you do only have a short amount of time with your generals. Alright, who would we send up in the front? I guess, yeah, these reclaimers, why not? If I had to guess, yeah, some of their units are just way off in the back. They do have trolls at the front, though, so interesting there. We'll send in our Dragon Slayers and Bilgathul Guard. Make sure there's no Silver Surfers in this army. Yep, everyone looks the way they should. Let's actually turn our graphics back up, though. I don't like having sprites. There's no vegetation here, so we'll keep that off. But look at those beautiful Dragon Slayers. Do these guys have armor piercing, or do they not have armor piercing? They do. I'm glad they do. Very powerful units. America, say you hope that someday EOP will be in DAC. Oh, what's EOP? I'm not catching that right now. Let's put this on times 6 as we just run up to the gates. We'll see if we can kill the Balrog and see if there's any more scripts that happen at the end of this. Get up there, Reclaimers. Takes forever to actually get up to the top of these settlements. Blacklocks will also be very good at taking down the generals that we have to deal with. Oh, engine overhaul project. Okay, I got you. Oh, well, here is the trolls coming out already, but did some of them die? Not sure. Let's use Stubbornness of the Dwarves, see if that keeps us alive for a moment. Yep, we are killing them. This is nice. And we no longer need the, we've captured the wall, so we can just simply walk in here now. Let's do that. Again, my only biggest threat is definitely that, what do you call it? The catapult there. Oh, and there it is. We need to kill that, like, right now. That's going to be very deadly to deal with. Hopefully they have the other catapult up here, I'm guessing. Yep, they do. Only 2 on there. Okay, interesting. Nope, that's 3. Yeah, I'd like for the engine overhaul project to come to Divide and Conquer. I believe I had asked Galadirthan about it. It was either him or his Hummingbird. It might have been Hummingbird. Gallo doesn't reply to me that often. And I think it's like they were currently against it because it's like a whole nother process to install, I believe. But I'd really like it, especially if it can get rid of like culture caps and that sort of thing. Does it let you go over unit caps? Can you get more than 500 units with the overhaul project? That'd be interesting to see if that is possible. Come on, you dwarves, kill these frickin' trolls. Get them out of here. I want every last person running up here right now. Drop that ram. You don't need to be on there. Come on, guys. Kill these trolls. They're not even armor piercing. Not yet, so you can't have more than the 500 units. I think the culture thing, though, is really nice. That way you have, like... Because I remember seeing it, there was like, you had Easterlings, I think Khand had their own culture. You had Haradrim as their own culture, I believe. Were there any other cultures? Were there any like unique orc cultures or like Angmar cultures? Were those unique at all? Was there unique Dorwinian culture? What else does it do? Does it... I know it lets you get past the culture limit. What else does the EOP do? Does it let you get past settlement limits? Because that'd be really interesting. I'd like to see more settlements in some of the more barren regions of the world. Alright, Reclaimers, please take out those trolls. Come on, throw those javelins. I need these guys to die. They are just wrecking our dwarves right now. Come on, throw those axes. Oh, are they hammers? Oh no, they're still axes. But they're holding hammers, aren't they? They're definitely holding hammers. Someone tell them to change that. Someone tell them to add hammers as proper projectiles for these guys. Uh-oh, that catapult is firing. That is not good. We're going to lose a lot of men right now. You guys get in there, kill those trolls. Do not let that catapult fire, whatever you do. They got rid of the 77 replenishment cap, so are they able to go past that? More than 8 ancillaries? I like that. I really like that. That's cool. Are you guys still firing? Please keep firing. I need you guys to throw those axes, even though you're definitely holding hammers. I'm going to crack open a cold one as we continue on. I know it's only 11 in the morning here, but I sod it. And that helped kill some of those trolls. Now we should be able to kill the rest in melee, I think. Our general here is down to only 5 men. He got wrecked. Alright, crossbows, I'm probably going to send them this way. It's definitely going to take a long time to actually get all of our forces up here. Just because this map is so huge. But you guys like right over there if you can fit. Come on, there we go. You guys in a group. How are we doing up here? Alright, we gotta get on those other catapults now. Did we kill all the trolls? Yes, we did. And Lord Gore is just getting wrecked, though. Really, 150 is the cap? That's actually really cool. That would probably cause some balance issues if you have 150 replenishing super elite bodyguards. So I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the 77 cap as it kind of makes your super elites a little less powerful. Although for some units that like aren't so elite, it kind of sucks. Like the Region Spear Guard unit that Dwarven gets for what's his name? It's that guy who starts off in Strondos and he always dies. I can't think of anyone who's played a Dwarven campaign and that guy does not die at some point because he died in mine. I know he died in Galadirthan's 2 Dwarven campaigns that he's done. Like that man does not last long because of his kind of weaker bodyguard. And that would be... Oh, there is no cap? I would definitely cap it at something, though. I don't want to see, like, 500 temple wards. That would be awful. Fourth Wind, that's his name. Yeah, I think he dies in everyone's campaign. Alright, I'm going to speed it up here just so that we can try to get to the center and see if we can kill those... what do you call them? Kill the survivors, I guess. But yeah, I want to see this map condensed. Maybe have the town square be about this far in would be a bit better. I'm not sure. And it's all uphill, too. I mean, for defending it, it's kind of nice, but I'd like it to be a little more dynamic than it currently is. How are these catapult crews going to fight to the death against all of these dwarves? Is the Balrog that good of a general that they will fight to the last? I guess he is. Now you guys head on up this way. You guys up there. There's the Balrog himself. We'll see if we can... Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. We'll see if our reclaimers can actually kill him, because his defense isn't that amazing. If we shoot him down, he might die. And they have no more artillery, so we're pretty safe just to grind it down. A little bit of a grinding dwarf action now. Is everyone moving? I think everyone is. It's just that we're so slow, it's going to take a minute. And our poor dwarves are getting stuck on the catapults. Are you kidding me? You guys actually getting stuck on those? Now, it says we can actually attack these catapults. Can we actually, like, break them with melee? That'd be interesting now, wouldn't it? I don't think they do. I don't think they actually break them. That would be kind of nice if you could, though, with your infantry. Just start hacking away. Give Sauron an army of a bodyguard with 10,000 orcs. No, thank you. I do not want to fight Sauron's bodyguard with 10,000. I don't think anyone's going to beat that unless you have literally, like, doom stacks of trebuchets and, you know, artillery. You're not going to kill Sauron like that. Alright, let's get in on those, that Balrog there. Now, I think the Balrog is actually an officer, and this is the general himself. So that little guy there with those cool little orc horns on his helmet, I like that. I would like to see the Balrog have those, like, Dwellers in the Dark as a model instead of Trolls. If you guys haven't seen those, go to Games Workshop, go to the Middle Earth section, go to the Goblins of Moria, and they have these units called Dwellers in the Dark, which are like mini Balrogs, and I think they're really cool. I've always wanted to get a Moria army and use those. I've never been a big fan of using the Balrog himself, but I like the Dwellers. Ruben, yes, where am I from? I am from Washington in the U.S. Although when I was younger, people thought I was British, but I kind of lost that accent a long time ago. Start marching up our archers to start working on those black pits. Keep this on time 6 though. We're actually running out of time. That's the other thing. It takes half of the battle just to walk up to this part anyway. Alright, Dragon Slayers, Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, can you guys deal with the Balrog? That is the question of the day. Now, there are 22 of those trolls in here. Let's see if they can actually handle it with their throwing weapons. I'd imagine we can do some decent damage, but I imagine we're going to lose a lot of our own units fighting these guys. I think it's going to be very tough to beat them. You guys keep on throwing those axes if you can. I need the rest of you to run up here. We'll see if we can actually kill them. It's going to be tough, for sure. Yeah, these Dragon Slayers are getting wrecked, but maybe with the throwing weapons we might be able to take them down. Are you guys shooting at these ones yet? No, they're not, but they're about to. Oh yeah, these Dragon Slayers just absolutely annihilated right now. We need all of our throwing weapons to kill those. Probably our crossbows too. Greater Toronto area, thank you for joining in. I know that time is a couple hours. Isn't Toronto on the east side, I think, of Canada? Was it like 2 p.m. there or something? Unit cap is still 250. Okay, so the EOP can't get past that. Washington State, not DC. Alright, throw those javelins in there. Or not javelins, but hammers, which become axes when you throw them. That's some dwarf magic there for you. Hopefully we can kill a couple of these trolls, though. I'd imagine these throwing weapons will be our best bet, though. As they just wreck our Dragon Slayers, my goodness. Are you guys not firing? Why aren't you guys firing? Please shoot. Alright, can we kill even just one of these Balrogs? That would be nice. Alright, come on, keep on tossing. I need these guys to die, like right now. This is how tough they are. No, we will not do a close-up on some naughty hobbit feet. That will not be happening today, no matter how many times you ask. Even though they're just standing here, I mean, you can see how many armor-piercing throwing weapons they're taking, and they are just not dying. That is the power of these, the Balrog bodyguard. We might just have to cap the square to win this battle. How are we doing up here? Archers are firing in. I think Ithagir Beast Hunters are pretty accurate, if I had to guess. Only average accuracy? I feel like that should be a bit better for such a kind of higher tier unit. Come on, kill those goblins. In fact, when those trolls come down, we need to kill them. Yeah, we haven't even killed a single Balrog unit yet. That's just how powerful they are. Are Khazad-dûm Reclaimers armor-piercing and melee? I think they are. They should be. In fact, you know what? Throwing axes were changed. They're not armor-piercing anymore, weren't they? That's right. We need to get our crossbows over here. You can only beat them with the power of true love. Each Balrog has 7 hit points, but 30 armor. So they can take a beating. Armor piercing should help. I think once we see one go down, it will start to speed up from there. In fact, let's see if we can wrap them around. If we can, we'll get our crossbows around them. That just shows you the true power of those soldiers there. Now you guys stop firing. If I can, I'd like to fire at those black pit units. Our general, you're probably going to die fighting that Balrog, aren't you? We're still throwing in those axes. At least I think we are. They might be glitching out right now because our other troops are in melee. Come on, throw those projectiles. There we go, there's a couple. It is funny though to see the Balrog just go flying though. He can't keep up with the trolls. Now you guys pull out. We'll let that fight keep going. Can you guys shoot at those maybe? Oh yes, they can. Alright, crossbows, work on those trolls please. I think we've just about killed all those black pit units. Once we get this flank up here, then we can fire at those Balrogs. Well, the rest of our soldiers just die against them. But that just shows you how powerful those things really are. Even with this elite armor, or elite army that we have, we're still struggling with it. Alright, hopefully this pulls down these units down the hill so we can get better shots. In fact, I might need to send 2 of those crossbows to the flanks and have them run back around. Yeah, we're going to do that. You guys run that way, please. Yeah, Balrog still hasn't lost a single unit. I'm gonna pull these guys out. Let's see, do we have another sacrificial unit that we can just keep in there? Yeah, we'll use these ones. Hopefully we can kill him soon. He is quite strong, isn't he? Alright, you guys just keep shooting from here. We'll get these Dragon Slayers to run up soon. They just have lots of halberds, so I want to shoot these guys down. You guys get in position, and yeah, just start firing. Alright, come on guys, let's get you into a firing position here. Still not a single one has died. Put this on ×6 for now. Everyone shoot. Are they going to retreat now? I think they're retreating. Nope, they're not. But they are bunched up, which is good. We want them to be bunched up. Yes, finally one has died. Finally, a couple of these Balrogs are going down. It just took most of the battle. So 2 of them have died? 1 of them? I guess just 1 of them. But hey, that's something. That means we're making progress. Get on defensive mode. Please do not get interrupted from that one troll. I need to see more of these guys actually die. Now they're out of ammo. You guys are caught. You guys go into melee now. How are we doing up here? Are we firing? Yeah, they're definitely taking damage. It's not really a good angle, though. Let's try to work our way up the hill, then. See if maybe we can push in with our Dragon Slayers. This Balrog is still just not going down, though. We might actually run out of time. We'll keep working on that flank, see what happens. Our crossbows are almost on the way. I think the crossbows will be able to finish it off. You guys need to go into melee. There's an actual possibility we won't beat this in time. You guys need to be tossing javelins too. Yes, another one has fallen. Or throw those axes. I keep calling them javelins. But everyone that falls is very, very good for us. And they have such big hurt boxes that, you know, we can make it happen. Alright, our units are making their way downtown. We're going to put them in a shield wall. Beast Hunters are still firing in, which is good. We want them to be. Dragon Slayers getting wrecked. I mean, of course they are. You guys pull out. I need you to throw those axes. Yeah, even just killing the Balrog this battle is worth it. But, I mean, you can really just see how strong they are. Like, I am struggling to kill them right now. At least these guys are finally getting engaged. And if we can get our crossbows on the flank, that'll help a lot. We need to send everything in now, though. Balrog's down to 19. Some of our units are wavering, though. And you guys pull back a little bit more. Or maybe try to throw javelins. We made the Balrog fight 6 Hobbit Sheriffs and they lost. Yeah. Yeah. You guys keep on working your way up. I'm going to send these Beast Hunters into melee now. Try to get these Blacklock Engineers to work on to this flank so that we can clear a path to the Balrogs. Oh yes, these guys are finally in a position to fire. That's perfect. I think Blacklocks are what, one of the best crossbow units in the game. I think they're up there. They're definitely top tier. Beast Hunters just get in there. Most of our army is dead. Hopefully these crossbows firing in. Yes, now the Balrog should be dying. Let's try to just ignore these now. Get our infantry out of there. Yeah, they are absolutely insane. You guys shoot at those. What are you guys firing at? Trolls? Keep the pressure up. How do they compare against the Rangers? Are they the best? 13 high accuracy, so not as accurate as the Rangers, and a little bit one less missile damage, but I don't think that matters too much. Crossbows, though, definitely best weapon we have against Balrogs. We should have tried that a lot sooner. Come on, keep on firing. They're definitely accurate. They're getting the kills we need them to do. I'm just hoping we can actually beat back this army before it's, before the timer ends. We don't have much time. We could try just to cap the square. How's the Balrog doing? Only 11 remaining. So we're making progress. This general's down to only 1 unit, though he's definitely fought this whole battle. I'm not going to try to read that Severy Mango. I think the first character is Awe. But I'm not even going to try that. It's been so long since I tried to learn Hiragana that I've forgotten all of those. What about opening up an End of Life campaign and moving the Moot Lord around, auto-winning everything, and then take Thar back? Oh, oh yeah, for the reunion script, yeah, we can do that. I want to win this battle. I really want to win this and see what pops up for the script afterwards. At least we're killing these trolls, though. Can we beat all these Black Pit Halberds, though? That's the real question. And Balrog still has 8 units, but our crossbows are firing. Might be better if we get them closer, though. It definitely would probably be better for their accuracy. Come on, fire in their dwarves. And they're down to only 7. And these volleys are definitely doing some damage. Yeah, let's move them a bit closer now. Yeah, Black Pit Halberd's definitely very good right now. So we killed a lot of these trolls over here. Let's just start trying to cap the square. Screw it. Maybe we'll just win by that way, just by cheesing it. I don't really care. We'll keep on working with these trolls, though. What have we lost? Half of our army, though? So even this super powerful army struggles to win this battle. Oh, Clan Lord Gore, you need to get out of there, buddy. Where are you? You are not in a safe place. And this is the problem with dwarves. They are just so slow. At least we're getting in control now. We might be able to get some of those units off of us. Yeah, Goblin Halberds are definitely very good. Alright, Blacklocks, engage. Please fire. Oh, come on, both of you fire. I need you Reclaimers somewhere different so you're not blocking the shots. This should work a lot better for their accuracy, though. Yep, here we go. Should see a few more of those trolls go down. And they are going to get engaged now. They're going to probably send some of their units out. See if we can kill these trolls. How are we doing in this battle? We are not winning. There's just so many halberds there. Come on, Blacklocks, take out those trolls. Yeah, there is no Black Pit crossbows in this battle. As far as I'm aware, I don't think they're present. Look at those trolls just go down, though. That's why I love crossbows. How are we doing on the Balrog, though? Is he finally almost dead? Still has, what, 9 left? My goodness. 4 left, 4 left. We're finally starting to kill him, though. And once we get all of our crossbows engaged, that will help a lot. What are you guys firing at? Still firing at the trolls? Okay, keep them going. Looks like 2 minutes till we capture the square. And yeah, all of our infantry has already died here against the trolls. You guys gonna fire one more time? Yep, I don't know if we're gonna win this. And we still have crossbows, so that helps. Come on, just kill that one troll. What are you guys doing? He's got to be super weak. Most of our army is just destroyed right now. But you work on that Balrog too. Again, there is no set due time for version 5 to come out. My guess is by the end of the year is my best guess. I suppose my camera's a bit high. Let me turn that down a little bit. Come on, guys. Kill that one troll. What are you doing? Should be able to kill him. I know they have really weak melee, but they should be armor piercing. They should be able to kill him. Now, we're just a minute from winning anyway. Ah, the Balrog is dead. He is dead. It's just the last of the trolls in his retinue that are here. We have slain the foul beast. It's about time. I think we got this. It is definitely turning our way. Too bad we didn't see it. I think we're just about to win. Crossbow still firing in at the trolls. Work on those Black Pit infantry. You guys fire on the Balrogs. Fire on those Black Pit infantry. You guys work on those. And this battle is basically over. And our generals are still alive, which is nice. Though not many of them. There's Clan Lord Gore himself just hanging out with a dead troll. Alright, let's see these crossbow volleys coming on in. Balrog's down to only 2 trolls. So it's him, and then I think this is the infantry guy. Yeah, the actual general himself is right there. So that's the guy you have to kill to actually get rid of the bodyguard entirely. Are they not firing? Come on, please be shooting. Okay, hopefully those 21... Oh no. Ah! They captured the castle. Are you kidding me? They actually got the castle at the last moment. Just did not kill those Black Pit infantry in time. That is awful. We were 10 seconds from victory. We've taken control of it again. If we just kill the Balrogs, though, we'll be able to kill up the Black Pit infantry with our crossbows for sure. Yeah, alright, we killed the general. So this is basically over now. We just have all of our crossbows fire in there. We will win. Yeah, let's watch these men just fall down. You guys capture the melee. Don't let them get to us. If some are routing, that's exactly what we want to see. Now here, don't let them get away. Do not let them get into the city. Well, we actually only have 30 seconds to win this. This is actually really close. I think we might lose it. I think we're going to lose it because of the timer running out. I'm on. This is awful. Yeah, 14 seconds. That's it. Oh. I can't believe that we ran out of time because they were able to get back into the city. We'll just auto-resolve that and win it. We'll try our best with that. But yeah, I think that map needs to be updated a bit. I think it needs to be much more condensed. 60 minutes was not enough. Yeah, I'm just going to auto-win it. We would have won that. We just ran out of time. And it was so close. That one unit of Goblin infantry was able to get into the town square before we won. Although, actually, it was a rebel army? What just happened? Oh, our generals died. Oh, no. Don't tell me every general died. Every general died. Well, we lost all of our forces. Okay, well, let's just fix this real quick. Where's our new faction leader? Clan Herald Glane. We'll give him some Dwarven catapults. Actually, I don't even remember what those are called. Let's just do Gondor Trebuchet, because I think the file name is something different. I just like to go with the Gondor Trebuchet. It's a classic for me. That was so close. They still have most of their army left alive here. Alright. This is the last thing we'll do, and then we'll switch off of Ered Luin. 91, 349. Alright, now we're just going to auto-win this. That was so dumb. We should have won that. Alright, now does anything else pop up? I'm not sure if anything does. Oh yeah, here we go. The Great Vault's cleansed. We have shown that we are not fading from history yet, despite the overwhelming goblin numbers, and against all odds, we have slain the Balrog, and they now lie completely open to us. Baruch Kazad. I think that's the end of it too. So now you have you lose the battle, you get the army, you lose that battle again, and you cheat to win. I'm gonna see if anything else pops up, but I think that is the end of that script, and then from there it's just the Grimborn script. But spending on a unit of honor guard and send them to Angmar, we could do that, but we could also just do that in custom battle. See, the reason I like to have time limits though is in case the AI bugs out and doesn't move in a defensive battle. It kind of makes it so it runs out in case they get bugged, or if you're ever on a battle map where they get bugged out and they spawn on like the top of a cliff and they can't get down, it kind of fixes those. Yeah, we'll take this. We can spawn a quick unit of honor guard. Although I might just do that in a custom battle, and we can see how they fare against some of the other best units in the game. I think that'll be easier to set up than going through all the scripts. Yeah, you're welcome, Jacob, for seeing the scripts there. Again, if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. We also had the suggestion to attempt the Ended White script, but that one takes a bit more territory to capture. Like, you need to capture a lot of settlements for that one, so it would take some time to get through. But we can do that as well. I'm going to take you. So yeah, nothing else pops up as far as I'm aware. Yeah, that is it for the script. So we're going to a custom battle now and see the Balrog Honor Guard in action. Any specific units you guys want to see them go against? Maybe Temple Wards from Angmar? Or from Mordor, I guess? Erluin, you are right there. I'll put them against Temple Wards because that's Agendaur's bodyguard. Where are they? Where are they? There we are. Balrog Honor Guard. We'll do both armor upgrades. I don't think they have a visual upgrade, but that way we can see them. Swan Knights? Okay, we'll do Swan Knights. We'll see how they fare against those. How many Swan Knights is the question. How many Swan Knights can the Balrog Honor Guard take? Let's try that many. Try them against, what is that, like 500 Swan Knights? Who will win? Oh, I'm not quitting, we're just switching off to other features. Alright, so here we are, Balrog Honor Guard. They do not have a unique armor upgrade, but they do have stakes. So if we want to, we can be cheeky and put down stakes. But we'll just deploy past those. I'm not really worried about stakes themselves. So who would win? Knights of the Silver Swan trained for decades, or some pokey boys? See as they come in with their lances held high. Banners of the Silver Swan at the end of the pole there. Are they going to charge, or are they just going to walk into us? I think they're just going to walk because we have the stakes behind us. Well, they're not going to charge. I think they're too afraid. Well, here we are. Yep, they're just going to walk into us for some reason. AI doesn't know what it's doing. I imagine we'll win this, though. Now, the one downside of the Honor Guard is they can't get out of Spear Wall. There's no way out of it. They will just always be in that guard mode. Yeah, we could do that as well. They're facing the wrong way, though. They're kind of being dumb right now. We've already killed the general. We're hardly taking any losses. So if you have cavalry problems, just bring Honor Guard. Put you guys in defensive mode. Now, if you were the human player controlling the Knights of the Silver Swan, I'm sure you could win just by charging into the backs of these units. But I mean, as you can see, they demolish cavalry. Like, absolutely. Although they are definitely facing the wrong way. I don't know why they're doing this. These ones are facing the right way, though. Yeah, the Swan Knights definitely don't have a chance here in Hell. Even putting it on ×6, they just get wrecked. They'd be even more ridiculous if they were armor piercing. Oh yes, the Avari do have the Avari warriors are no longer two-handed warriors. They are now sword and shield units. I think. Pretty sure they are. Yeah, sword and shield. That sounds about right. Which makes them better, I think, because now they can actually take, you know, missile shots. We can show them off. As well as all the other Dwarvenian armor upgrade changes and all of those. I'm going to custom battle here. Let's pick a different map. Let's do, let's see here. Khan always looks nice in my opinion. Here, Dwarvenian. We'll give ourselves more money. Let's do Dwarvenian. Again, two other army changes. I'm trying to think. Could do the Ardenheim and show off those again. Let's let the AI pick an army there. So we have the general who has their new models. Where are the Avari warriors? They still have the old UI, but they do have sword and shield. Let's look at all the armor upgrades here. I'm sure you guys have probably seen the Thorn Guard and those units. Those are still in 4.5, but I'll bring them up anyway. See if the Shadows have any new upgrades. I don't know if they do, though. And then there's the Spearman. We'll load that up. I don't think the... Yeah, no, as you can see, the UI hasn't been updated for them. It still needs to be worked on. So far, there aren't any current scripts, as far as I'm aware of, added to Gondor, other than the Denethor's Madness, but I think that was in 4.5. So here we can see Dwarvenian's units. So here's the base Avari warrior here. Sword and shield. Also, these guys are ridiculously strong. 11 attack, 20 defense. Very solid, very fast. And that sword and that shield definitely helps them deal with archers and crossbows. We have the upgraded Avari Naharim with their red armor. Bring the other ones over here. Here's the non-upgraded version. Should be the same as it currently is. And of course, the Thorn Guard with their upgrades. Looks like Avari Shadows don't have an armor upgrade. It'd be cool if they did, though. Who else is there? Dwarvenian Infantry. Oh, here's the Avari Warriors with their upgrades. Kind of golden and red theme happening here, which looks very nice. Kind of, honestly, you're like a weird counter to Rune, as you both use that red and gold. And then there's the Dwarvenian Infantry with their upgrades. I think these guys look amazing. I love them. And they're hybrids, so there's men and elves in this unit. And then Avari Spearmen and Avari Spearmen with the upgrades. Again, adopting that kind of red armor that they have. Are the shields different? These ones have silver shields. These ones have golden shields. Really just shows off the upgrades there. And of course, the Dwarvenian High Paladins are now... They don't have any visual upgrades, so the men don't have the elven armor, but now you have elves in their bodyguard. So you get, you know, the best of both worlds, which I think is very nice as well. And of course, some of the Ardenheim armsmen coming in, just getting wrecked, but the brand new Ardenheim units here, Azrazar warriors with those axes and shields. Have they been giving a shield value yet? No, they haven't yet, but they are equipping a shield. See, one question. The Divine Conquer team wrote in a patch log that Dwarvenian infantry have 3 unit upgrades. Oh, do they? These ones? I didn't know if they did. We could bring those up. Look at the rest of the army here. I think they also brought the Nardubawib. Again, looking very nice. I would like to see the catapult crews look a little less funky, though. Oh man, Household Guard heading into the slaughter. These armor-piercing javelins should just annihilate them. Yeah, we'll go check that to see the other armor upgrades for the Dwarvenian infantry. Let's look at that real quick. Let's do this one on the Shire. Why not? I'll pick Dwarvenian again. And so those Dwarvenian infantry. So where are those? Do 3 of those. You with the gold upgrades. You with silver. We'll do you with bronze and have 1 of the regular. Oh, we didn't show the Phalanx unit. That one looks really great too. I agree, Merrick. Let's bring that one in there. Where are the Ardenheim? I don't believe they have any armor upgrades, but they might. Where are they? There's the Pharazon's Faithful. And a couple units of those guys, because they look very nice. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Castellan's work. I think it just looks great. I think the old models could still exist, though, as kind of like a pre-armor upgrade version. Okay, so we have that. Baseline, silver, and gold. So here's baseline compared to... Oh yeah, so they do have a bronze upgrade. So they get the plate mail. So they go from kind of chainmail and cloth to a plate mail cuirass on the men here. And then as we go up to silver, this is where they take the golden armor. And I don't know if it changes from here, does it? Let's see here. Let's see if we can see if there's any differences. Is it the shields? The shields look a bit different. It could just be the lighting, though. Let me change them to be this way. No, the shields are definitely the same. So the silver and gold upgrades are the exact same as far as I can tell. Yeah, they definitely are. But the silver upgrade, or the bronze upgrade here, does give plate mail to the men here. And we'll look at the phalanxes now. Our Pharazon's Faithful, looking very, very beautiful. I love these guys. They look phenomenal, just absolutely amazing with those really cool spears. Let's pause it so we can look at the detail. I mean, that's a lot of work that Castellan put in, like especially with all the highlights on the sword, on the spear itself, and that kind of red gradient. Like, I imagine this took a lot of work, especially all the details on the armor there. Definitely looks fantastic. And they even have a sidearm with that sword, so it would be kind of cool to see them actually be able to switch to that sidearm outside of phalanx mode. Yeah, we can teleport the Moot Lord around. The only thing with that script, though, is that you have to take a lot of settlements, so that might take a moment. But we can go ahead and do that. Let's do that. War of the Ring. Enedwythe is right there. And very hard, very hard. Of course, I'm sure you guys, probably most of you, I would guess, have seen Galadirthan's playthrough to know what's going on with Enedwythe. I considered doing a playthrough myself, but he was already doing it, so I was like, I'll do something different. Yeah, those Faithful are very dangerous. Definitely a contender for top-tier pike infantry. They definitely would lose to the Balerian Donagard, but they're up there. Excuse me. Alright, so you do get the Clans of Enedwythe pop up here. I think a lot of scripts are running. Talks about all the other factions near you, so I'm not going to go through all that. Here's the Reclamation script here, just telling you about what you need to do. So basically, you must take Lugio, Malfin, Angren Bay, Melronide, Herutzir, Larferan, Caladir, Edenborn, Sarline, Kyriel, Dunland Lowlands, Dunland Border, and Dunland Proper. And to check those, you just right-click on the map. So there's Malfin, Lugio. You only start with Alkfoot at the beginning, and you have to expand from here. So I don't think you don't need Gund. I don't think you need Fortrio. Maybe I missed that. But you need to have the Druath ER, Angren Base. You need all this settlement. You need Dunland's Heartlands, Caladir. Did it ask us to take these? I know we need Aaron Voran, so I'm guessing, yeah, we would need Nalchelin and Saurline. So basically the standard kind of Enedwythe Dunland territory you need to have. Yeah, the Faithful are not halberds, they're actually pikes. So they aren't halberds. And yeah, they are very similar to Fountain Guard, aren't they? And of course, your starting army with Enedwythe, you do have Mordek Fisherman, Mokaini Tota, Drebshith Elders, and Chieftain Don Kide. What the heck is this UI, though? I don't really like that. That looks gross to me. I like his old version. I don't like that portrait for him. That does not look fitting for Enedwythe, in my opinion. But you do get Dubshith Foresters, a very nice unit there. And we can see here Corsair Raiders and Corsair Archers who haven't been assigned their UI yet, but that's a simple fix. You can now recruit these from the coastlines of Middle-earth. Gives you just an extra unit that you can mess around with. So yeah, we'll see if we can have Tremak kind of go around the scripts here. We'll give him the Gondor Trebuchet because that's a standard for me. Gondor Trebuchet. 5 of those. And Tremak does just start with the Mokaina and Baxtoy, which are a very... they're the old Moot Keepers with throwing axes, so I love them. He's not as strong as he used to be, but I still love this unit. It's definitely always one of my favorites from Enedwythe. Alright, I'm not even going to do the teleport, I'm just going to do the character reset method. I feel like that's a little bit quicker. So we just go around the map with him, take all these settlements. I think the script is instant. This is probably my favorite one, as you do get Gonbury Gone from basically the Dunadine forest. I think you have to go through the next turn for it to pop up. So I'll probably just take a couple of those and we'll see what happens. Turn everything on low taxes, that way nothing rebels. As they probably will. I don't remember if Balrog is actually needed or not though. I can't recall. It might not be. And yes, Dunadine is supposed to be a druid. He definitely does look like a Breland general, which is wrong. Very wrong, in my opinion. He did not look like that way in the previous versions that I had played. I'll keep going around. We're probably going to have some public order issues, but who cares? I hope the script can actually check everything that we're doing in this first turn, though. We'll see how it works. As we take literally everything from everyone. And Izzy did say hello, I saw that earlier again. What is he still here? Izzy, if you're still here, say hello again or something. Alright, Lotto win this battle. This is actually the hardest one because there's so many soldiers in this settlement. I'm gonna go here now and just keep the steamroll going. I'll see if I can just take everything in one turn. We'll see how that works. This is the true Enedwythe speed run. Take Bergast, take that. Auto win those. I do kind of wish Dol Voren was still in your territory though. It feels kind of strange, in my opinion, the fact that the people from Dol Voren, like the Dubshith, are trying to help you go to glory, yet you have to kind of take their main settlement to unlock them. Oh, I guess it's actually just rebels and bandits. I guess it used to actually have the Dubshith in here, but I guess it's been taken. I was wrong about that. Oh, we need to auto-win attacker there. It would be interesting. I think all the dwarf factions can do the vaults in Balerion and build them, but I'm not really sure. Keep resetting him. I think we need Aragond is the next one we need. We'll take that. Just take that real quick. Yeah, Breland generals, their names are pretty funny. They're all just basic names. Bob, Ted, Bill, that sort of thing. Alright, can we... We don't want Tharbad yet. We want to save Tharbad, so... We're going to walk Tremak a few turns around Baradvin. Keep on moving this way. I know we need Harrod also, and we need Dunland, so we're going to need to take out Dunland in one turn also. Where's auto-win attacker? There we go. Alright, let's do that for now. And then kind of just like work on our public order in these places. We'll end the turn and then take the rest of them before we kind of just pump out every, single script all in one go. I bet some of these settlements might rebel on me though, especially as we don't have any units in them. Yeah, I bet they're going to rebel. Maybe we should just keep going. Alright, Yelvin, it was great having you here today. Hope you have a good night. I know it's pretty late where you're at. Yeah, we're going to go all the way, just take everything. Oh. Let's not fight these guys. Go this way, please. Avoid those rebels. I think we're almost there, just a few more settlements. Oh, I think we need to do that here again. Alright, so now just a few more places to go to. There's really no crossing between Byle and Harrot. Weird, I feel like there should be. We're almost there, we're getting very close. Is that just, I don't think we need Bregnus. I don't think we need that one. We're gonna wipe out Dunland in one little turn here. We're almost done. We're getting close. In fact, I should just exterminate these places, honestly, to keep that public order. This guy is standing in the way. Oh, I don't want to fight this guy. Move around. I just realized I could have exterminated them all, and this would have been a lot easier. There's auto win. There we go. Terminate that one, and head on down to Balrog, and that will take Dunland out of the game. Teton Yagthak will die now. And yep, Dunland is destroyed, I think. Yep, we completely destroyed them. So, I am going to toggle off the Fog of War. We will end the turn in just a moment. I'm going to have Tremak just kind of sit next to Tharbad. And then I'm going to end this turn. We're going to let it go through all the scripts. James McAvoy. Actually don't know who that is. Alright, while this end turn is happening, I'm actually going to go use the bathrooms. I'm full of coffee and beer right now. So I will be right back, guys. Alright, and we are back now. You guys see my cat in the camera? I wonder if it's pointing right at him. He's having a good time sleeping right now. These turns usually take a little while to get through, especially with all the scripts that we just triggered. I mean, there's auto expansion, and then the fact that we just took all of this territory. I hope the Ended White script works that way if you just bum rush it. We'll find out. We should have all the territory we need, unless we also need that town of Bregnos, but I don't believe we do. And hopefully it doesn't crash from all the generals spawning in. I think we'd get like 4 or 5. Because when I actually did all my beta testing for Ended, it was before the generals started spawning in. And I kept playing it, and then they kept updating it, and then I got kind of burnt out from doing repeated Ended campaigns. My cat's name, it is Balber, which is spelled B-A-O-B-E-R. Or sometimes we just call him Bopper. He's a little Chinese name there. We just call him Bopper, though. More like B-O-P-P-E-R. His official name is Balber, though. He is a Siamese cat. Hi to everyone today. Oh yeah, he's sleepy. He is quite sleepy today. He is a precious lad. He's the one who always has to interrupt my videos every single time I record because he wants to go in and out of the house. Or in and out of my room, at least. Oh, but he's precious, though. I can't get mad at him for that. Well, you can go sleep back on the bed. And I got my chair caught on my rug here. Alright. Looks like we're about to be done with the end turn phase, which is good. Alright, the Axis by it, okay, all that stuff is happening. Balrog's fallen, blah 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 blah, all the, here we go, the Athamorian debate. So this will pop up, basically talking about having a new meeting place, and they basically just tell you that you must construct the Tyr Crosoil in Tharbad. There's a lot of story here, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to read through all of it, though, because that will take forever. So the Leodan join you, so when you take, what's it called? Londair, you get that. The Falon charge again, they come from Herod. These guys are probably my favorite units. That cat is a war criminal. The Dubeshith of Dolvorn, I like the UI that they added to. That gives you them. The Buyer Seeks come out from Lond Engren and potentially Balorn. Those give you the boats. Mordag Fishermen come from, I think, Baradvin and Bile, and maybe Argond. No, Argond gives you the Falani, that gives you the cavalry. The Druidane March and Aid, those come from Karas. And then the Falani ride out from Argond. Yeah, there's a lot of riding, but that's fine. So if we look at all of our generals now, we adopted one, but we got all of these guys to join us. So, Burian over here, what do you have? A general with Falani war wagons. Also that UI, it freaks me out. We do get this guy here. I bet he would die really easily. Does he have any biography? No, he doesn't have that. From Bile, we got Fionkon, who should be Mordag skirmishers. Yep, so you get those. Melmedoc has Falon warriors, a very, very strong unit here. Over here, you do get Gonbury Gon, who I love, and I thought he had a biography. He should have a biography on here. He is definitely not a middleman, though. Or maybe he might be, I'm not really sure. But yeah, you got the Druidine Hunters here with Gonbury Gon upgraded and everything. So that's pretty nice. You do get Admiral Rusian, who does have the Buyer Siege Dragon Boat, which is way better than a longboat. And then Erunestian has Leodan Spearman. And I think is that everyone? Oh, we should have the guys up in the northwest, right? Oh, I guess that is everyone. Yeah, that's all the generals that you will get. And then let's actually get these guys in their settlements, though, so that we can deal with the public order issues. Did we get anyone up here? We got a general. Go into Herod. You go into Karas. Stop this place from rioting, please. I don't know if I don't know for sure what will happen if you lose a settlement after getting this far. I don't think anything bad happens. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure these two places are about to just get away from us. Yeah, let's just auto-win the battle in Tharbad. Auto-win that. Looks like Dunadine actually came back. We destroyed them in the first turn, but they are back. We're going to take Tharbad now. Occupy that. Dunadine's leader is dead. Okay, Dunadine's destroyed again. And so now we just need to build the Tyr Crosoil, which is 15,000 gold. So it costs a lot and it only gives you a unit. But the fact that it unlocks all of your late game units is very, very nice. So if we were to build that, I'm going to need 15,000 gold. Process CQ Tharbad. And then it immediately pops up once that building is done. The Declaration of Athelmore. And then that actually gives you the ability to rebuild the Bridge of Tharbad, which is really cool. And then you can recruit the Tirkrasoil Cossentorori, or Cossentoriri, which are a very strong melee javelin hybrid unit here with sharpened stakes. Good against armor with their great swords. Or no, that must be the missile attack. That can't be their great swords. You unlock those, and then from your barracks, which one is it? Enedwythe Barracks, you can build the Clanmoot Muster Ground, which gives you all your regional units. And then the Clanmoot Barracks will unlock Superior Chainmail Blacksmith melee weapon bonus, as well as the 3 Enedwythian units. So Enedwythe Guardsmen, your javelin units, Enedwythe Marksmen, good rangers or good archers, and cavalry. I said javelin again, didn't I, Merrick? They are throwing axes. I apologize. Yeah, they are axe throwers. That's just going over my head again. I'm just so used to Enedwythe only having javelins. They throw axes. Axes and swords. I'm going to switch to saying, like, throwing weapons from now on so I don't get those mixed up. But you get your late game units here, and we also got a general, Saithik, who has the Tirkrasoil Cossentoiri, so you do get a unit of them that can auto-replenish. And then it renames Tharbad to Athamor, and that is essentially the script in a nutshell. That's everything you get as Enedwythe. And then I think that unlocks high-tier cities, if I believe. Like, you get the large city. I can't confirm that. Let's actually see what happens to their UI, though. I think they have some unique UI. Let's add some money. Or not UI, but models for the settlements. 45,000. And then we're going to need to add some population. Add it like 5,000. I think 5,000 is the limit at a time. And then we're going to need the Mason's Halls, so let's get those. Here. Process. CQ Oak Food. Build that again. Oop, there we go. And Mason's Guild House. And then we can get the city upgrade. That's what your Enedwythian city will look like. Starting to get some stone walls there. And then we upgrade it to large city, which I think is locked behind the script. I can't remember for sure. But then you get this really cool looking modern medieval city, really showing that you come out from being, you know, crude wild men in crude villages. Like, what's a good example? Maybe Karas here. This very small medieval village, and then you upgrade to these. I think these are different from the Northmen cities. I believe so. Because if we look at like Dale, for example, or Dorwinion would be a good way because they actually have a max tier settlement. We go to Dorwinion. Like there's Karasant, a large town, I think. It might be a city, either a large town or a city. It's a bit different than ours. Same with the like Saint-Ennui, like the architecture is different. So we do differentiate from Dale. We have our kind of our own unique kind of look to our settlement, which is nice. Does we need the builders' halls? I think, isn't the last settlement you need, the last upgrade you need the builders' hall, right? Like the last upgrade? Yeah, see, large city you need the Mason's Guild House. Oh, they share with Anduin? Okay, so Anduin would have the same cities. It's the last city I meant that you need the Mason's Guild House done. The other three you can just do it, but for the last one you do need to go through that Mason's Guild House line. And yeah, I guess it does share it with Anduin. Let's see here. That's a keep there. Do they have a regular town? Maythelberg. So that's a Valesman town with the short walls there. If we look at like Lond Angren, which I think is a small town for us. Okay, yeah, so it is shared with Anduin. You're right, Mikkel. Okay, I don't know everything. You guys definitely know more things than I can remember too. Angmar, I think they have their highest tier cities unlocked. I don't think they need to do anything for that. We can check that. We can go to Angmar real quick and look at them. We could upgrade the first tier Berkeley. We could do the regular city upgrade, but we couldn't do the large city upgrade until we had the Builders Hall done. So we can look at Angmar here and go through those UI. I believe they do have the largest city just available from the get-go. I do remember there's this discussion about the orcs not being able to build huge cities because those campments are just so awful for defending. It's just like crude wooden walls, not a single tower, and just tents everywhere. There's talk about limiting them to not being able to build those, or to have them actually build a proper settlement, which I think would be better than just the crude orc camps that we get on our campaigns. After all, like in my Woodland Realm campaign, we took Bregnos, which is a max tier orcish city, but it's just like a small wall and we can't do anything with it. We can't upgrade it. We can't make it look nice. Alright, so let's look at do we not have a normal city unlocked at the start? We just have the 3 unique settlements, don't we? I'll take Barkellig with Hoonvorn here. We'll give him the trebuchets. Let's see, create unit, Hoonvorn, Gondor, trebuchet. 5 of those. We'll auto-win this battle. And for walls, let's see here. Yeah, we can just go straight to large city. Again, you just need the Mason's Guild House at that point. But same thing can be done. In fact, we'll just go through those upgrades now. Add _ money. And we'll do the, where is it? The Builder's Halls first. Oops, cannot type right now. Oh, we need to upgrade it first. Okay, so now we're at way more population than we need. And so we can do city. That's the large town there. When we upgrade it to the city, it will become this. It's a very wide stone-walled settlement. And now from here, we just need the Mason's Guild House. And then we can do the large city upgrade, which will expand the settlement even further. So if we do that, I guess it doesn't really expand outwards, but it more like added a second wall in here, which I think looks nice. Maybe they could make it kind of go out a little farther, maybe make it increase in size. But that's your large city for Angmar, and you have pretty much full access to all of the marketplace buildings. Not the huge city levels. I think there's one more above this, because I know there's markets that give you like, what, 600 gold that some places, some settlements have. But you do get very high, high tier markets there. And then the castles can also upgrade as well. So we could upgrade Angsul to a higher tier settlement as well. Yeah, the original Orcish encampments do make sense, but yeah, once you go up to those higher tiers, it just looks very, very wrong. I think all the Orc nations can get to the max tier city. We can check that. I can load up I'll load up Mordor, for example. That way we can check it there, because they actually just start with some settlements. Yeah, they're really easy to attack, really hard to defend as well. Especially if you have artillery, you can just shoot over the walls, or have archers shoot into the walls, and they can't really do too much. Like, you can't do too much to defend, and there's only a few gatehouses. Maybe if those orc encampments got actual mountable walls, it would make them better. Even if they were just crude, like really crude looking walls, it would be something. Like, that would make it actually look kind of nice if it was like crude orcish walls that you can climb up onto, have actual buildings inside of it. Doesn't need to be, you know, at the tier of like a Dunadine city, for example. Yeah, so now we're Mordor. York Estelad is a castle. That's no longer just a city. What about Morrigost? You're a castle. Is everything a castle here? Okay, Saragost. Saragost is the only non-castle we have. And you can just go to the huge encampment level. So same thing there. You can upgrade those all the way. You just can't go up to the hugest city, because those are typically reserved for unique settlements. Something that is funny about the orcs, though, if you go to their marketplaces, which we'll have to do in Saragost, you have the rations hut, goes to the ration hall, to the ration market, to the Union of Ration Hall Distributors Regional Headquarters, which is a mouthful, but Galadirthan wrote some very funny text in these that I absolutely love. Basically, it starts off just saying, contrary to some widely held beliefs, orcs, goblins, and urks do eat more than just the flesh. Indeed, once an orcish camp is set up, the hub of the camp is always the rations hut. And then it goes on to say it's the rations hall. There's more foot traffic and corruption. It becomes the economic center of any orcish town, with them bartering for more food. To the ration market, where it says at a certain point in an orcish town's growth, the rations halls drop any pretense of being a service to the town and become centers of corruption, racketeering, price gouging, and wealth. It is at this point that the orcs have taken to calling them markets, because you are just as likely to get your weekly rations as you are to pick up a Gondorian sword or genuine, totally authentic Rohirric horse urine hearth grow stimulant. That one gets really wild. And then here we are at the Union. They unionized. A shadow hangs over the town. Fear grips every orc, goblin, and uruk. Not the fear of Dunadine steel, elvish arrows, or dwarven axes, but the ever-present, ever-pervasive fear of union strikes. For an orc, getting their weekly rations now becomes a challenging navigation of high prices, collusion, weak national competition rules, and unionized citywide strikes. Many orcs have taken to foraging, but the wealthier 1% relish the back and forth of market politics, and against all the other odds, the city's economy grows. So the orcs get wild, as you can see. They get very wild indeed. There's a little bit of, funness to the mod. I think that's pretty much it for the orcs, though. Nothing else has really changed about Mordor at the time. I do wish to see their roster get changed. I do want to see maybe they get Caragors. I think that would be kind of cool to see them get Caragors, maybe in a regional area like around Nirn. I like to see the Great Beast kind of restricted to like the Nirn region, maybe the plains of Lithlad, and maybe the plateau here. But I don't want to see Great Beasts at literally every other settlement, because that just makes too much spam. Yeah, having actual towers would be nice. I think it'd be cool if the roster for Mordor got changed as well to not just be generic orc axemen and sword and board units, because that's all it really is just orc spam. Plus, Mordor is really easily able to get to their black orcs units. Like, all you need is the slave quarters, so it's a tier 2 building. And the slave quarters is a tier 2 meeting hall. So you don't even need to go to the slave hall or the chieftain's halls to get your higher tier units. I feel like it should be at least the slave hall to kind of keep it in line with the other factions. But right now in version 5, it's very easy as Mordor to just unlock your black Uruks and have your powerful, sword and board units. For as Gondor, you need to get like a tier 3 meeting hall to get your Gondor infantry, which would match the black Uruks. But for Mordor, it's simply tier 2, so I feel it's way too easy for Mordor to get their stronger units out. Obviously, the beast cages, those actually, yeah, same thing. They only require the guard barracks, so you can build that super easily, tier 2, and then get your beast cages, get your Olorkai and Great Beasts. I think that's too easy in my opinion. A little bit of leather covering little bits of the towers and walls. Yeah, that could look cool. I think there's a lot of cool ways you could do it. Especially taking inspiration from maybe the Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor games, and how they kind of have their orc settlement set up. I think that would be interesting. What I think could also be cool is to see Mordor have a mirrored conscription system similar to Gondor, where you get, like, as Gondor, you get your Axemen of Lasarnok over here, you get your Lebanon Marines down in this region, you get your Clansmen over around here, Pinnith Gillen Cavalry, Blackroot Vale Archers, and Pikemen down here. I think it would be cool if Mordor maybe had regional orc units, kind of based on, my idea was basically like a loose version of Shadow of War, where you have the different tribes. So you have like, the Dark Tribe, the Machinist Tribe, the Feral Tribe. And I think maybe having those be positioned up in different regions, and having a lot of AOR regional units for Mordor would be kind of neat. And make it a little more diverse. So maybe the Feral Tribe, is only here in Morrigost, for example, and from those you get Caragor riders, and you get dual-wielding, high attack but low armor, low defense orcs, just as an example. Maybe the Machinist Tribe gives you your war machines and heavily armored orcs. Dark Tribe, maybe those guys cause a lot of fear. Just ideas like that, I think would be kind of neat to have kind of different area of restriction units. I mean, we kind of get that with Durthing having the, the Black Numenorian Temple. And you get your temple wards here, but I think they could definitely expand on an AOR system for Mordor. And maybe cut some units here. Because, I mean, like, Orc Band and Goblin Orc Raiders are just absolute trash. And they can easily be merged with other basic Orc units. You say the bigger encampments could have more layers, like 2 circular wooden walls. Yeah, I kind of like that. That could be cool. Maybe the first one's a loose wall and the second one's a higher tier, like an actual mountable wall. That could be interesting. That could actually work. I could see that being a thing. I think we've had enough of our orc settlements here. Is there anything else you guys specifically want to see today, roster-wise? Any questions for me? Anything else on the campaign map that you guys might want to see? You could give the Dark Tribe poison arrows. That could be cool. Yeah, actually give your poison fear-causing orcs from the Dark Tribe. That would be neat. Medi, you asked about the Caragor Raiders. Caragors are basically just beefed-up wargs from the Shadow of Mordor series of games. They're literally just wargs, but beefier. Pretty much unique to Mordor there. It would just give them kind of a warg, but not warg unit there. Isn't Mordor built the Blackgate? Why would they not be able to build massive blackstone castles? This is true. Wasn't the Blackgate actually Numenorian at first? Could be wrong on that. No feet. No feet at all. I'm not showing feet. HKS, have the Dark Numenorians been changed at all? If you mean like for the Temple Wards and Temple Knights and Temple Archers that they have in Mordor, those are still the same. But the Ardenaim have had a complete roster overhaul. Well, the roster is still the same, but they've had new models. So all of the Numenorians have new models now, so they look cooler, I think. You want to see the Enedwythe big naked sword warriors against someone? Yeah, we can do that. Just do this, what's a fun map to do? Let's do it on Enedwythe, why not? Well, we'll pick Enedwythe here. Maybe against something from Isengard? Maybe we'll test them against Nazgûl or maybe Berserkers, see how that kind of works. I think Berserkers would be a good test there. I think that'll work. Berserkers versus Falon Warriors. The Towers of the Teeth are Numenorian. Okay, but Mordor actually make the Blackgate themselves. And here we are, perhaps my favorite unit in the Enedwythe roster right now, these Falon Warriors. 13 attack, 9 charge, frightened infantry, 12 defense, no armor though. They cannot take a bullet, or well, an arrow. But I think these guys are fantastic. We'll see how they actually compare against something like Berserkers, who are very similar in role. We do outnumber them 2-1. I expect us to win, but the Berserkers also have 2 hit points. Who actually has a better charge? Berserkers are 8, we're 9, we're 13 attack, they're 11. Same exact defense, except they have 2 hit points. I think this is a very comparable matchup. Temple units versus Berserkers. Yeah, we can check that out. Yeah, of course, let's go to this side here. Very similar roles here. Shock infantry. Berserkers do have that armor piercing, I believe. But that's not going to apply here at all against the Falon Warriors. We are taking more casualties at the moment, but I think that's just due to the hit points. I'd imagine they'd probably be about even just because of the hit points for the Berserkers, making up for the fact that they have half as many soldiers as we do. Be interesting to see who wins this one out. Although if our general here dies, I think our morale is going to waver really quickly. I think we do have the advantage though with that slightly higher attack, and their armor piercing has no effect here. They could break for low morale, that is possible. It's going to come down to if our general dies. If he dies, I think they would. But I think these guys have generally high morale. In fact, yeah, their morale is good and their response is impetuous. If we compare that to Berserkers, Berserkers are very good. They're actually locked, so they won't rout. So Fallon Warriors are actually a high morale unit, believe it or not, and looks like we are winning this, probably due to sheer numbers now. 6-9 Rangers versus fully upgraded Temple Wards. I think the Rangers would win, just because of the volume of fire. But Temple Wards do have a lot of armor. But of course, those units are basically the same as they are in version 4.5. Stat-wise, I don't think they've been touched. The Berserkers are rovering. I thought they were locked. Maybe they're locked, but they just can waver. That must be it. Yep, our Fallon Warriors definitely beating the Berserkers here. They do these nasty, nasty folkses, so I really like these guys. And they're actually routing. I believe Fallon Warriors are also fast because they have no armor. 115% movement speed there. Actually, we traded 1-for-1 with them. That's actually not bad. Oh, Nazakai did get their bombs buffed. I'm curious to see how that works. So I'm gonna control the Nazakai and see how that goes. There will be Isengard there against Mordor. See here, Nazakai. We only have 36. Wow, that's a very small amount. The Temple Wards, the infantry there. Yeah, they can't be shot at all. With armor upgrades, it helps a little bit, but even then, it's not great. But they're fast and they can hide anywhere, so that kind of gives them an advantage. Who would win? Our Isengard boys with grenades or the Temple Wards? Now, they are a 14 melee attack, 23 defense with 2 hit points, and they are relentless with effective against armor. Fires of Orthanc, burns and knocks down the target. They're fast, bonus against pretty much everything. These guys are very powerful. I know Temple Wards are much weaker. I'm curious to see how these new grenades look. This will be interesting. Alright, right about there. Watch me just destroy this unit. The grenades go. Fire pots coming in. Oh my. Oh! That destroyed almost the entire unit. That was everyone. Oh my god. That is much more powerful than it used to be. Shall we do that again without throwing the fire pots? Yeah, let's do that again without throwing the fire pots. And see how they go. That is definitely a buff. They were... I think the fire pots before could only hit like one unit at a time. Thanks, FB Squid. I understand. It's been a very long stream, and I know some of you all are, you know, across the world. Alright, let's try melee now, see who wins that fight. I think it was only just the fire pots that have been buffed there, but yeah, that was so much damage. And we got kind of a weird charge, but Nazakai are still relentless, so I'd be curious to see how they do in this fight. I'm going to put it on time 6. You guys know what all the animations are like at this point. I would like to see new animations for Elven Swordmasters, though. I'd like to see them get those reforged animations. Okay, we do not win in melee. We are actually getting crushed by Temple Wards in melee, so it really comes down to those grenades. Oh, Algeria, wow. I didn't know I had any viewers from that part of the world. Very interesting. Yeah, without the grenades, we just get wrecked here. Absolutely destroyed. Yep, absolutely just wrecked. He had no chance, and he goes down. So we lose in melee. I think that's just due to numbers of soldiers, though. But those grenades, my goodness. That reminds me, though, we could show the Anduin charges. If you guys want to see those Bjornings charge into infantry, I think it's phenomenal. Pick one of those. I'm gonna pick. Let's pick the Anduin map. Oh, what's another unit that we could test this against? I guess the goblins are a good idea. Maybe against the Ardenheim, so we can look at those models again. Let's see here. Or deny, we'll look at them. So I'll do skin changers, and I'll just grab some infantry just to hold the line. We'll grab Bjorning defenders. And let's see if we get something powerful. Let's try like Ardenheim Armsmen and see how we fare against those. Mikel, you're from Spain. It's late, but not too late. If I had to guess, it's what, 11 o'clock if I had to guess? Just off the top of my head. Alright, skin changers here. We'll have you guys kind of just flank. First here are the new Anduin units. I think Galadir, yeah, he did do a playthrough with these, so you guys have probably seen them all. Oh, they do get a visual change? Okay. Oh, they probably get the chainmail like they have on their little unit card, huh? That's got to be what it is. No, they have that on some of their men. We could look at those too. Oh, 9:30? Okay, I was close. I was 2 hours off. I think how are the Bjorning defenders anyway? 9 attack, 17 defense. Pretty solid axe unit there. 827, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get wrecked here, but if we flank them, this is what I'm curious about, seeing that mass change with those skin changers. I would like to see them get a small AoE attack, though. I think that would be neat. Oh, come on, guys, don't get too close there. Just hold the line. Okay, so Poland and Spain, that region, your guys are about 9 hours past me. Alright, let's see if we can get a proper charge. Here goes our general. Okay, that wasn't too great. Maybe these guys have too much mass. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. As they just really cleave into this formation, sending men flying everywhere. You don't want to send them in alone and they will get crushed, but if you have a unit be the anvil, then they are very powerful. I don't know if we'll win. We might. Skin changers are powerful, but Ardenheim Armsmen, as you guys have seen in my Anduin campaign, they are very, very good.
We are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, this is amazing against goblins. I do think maybe they should get an extra hit point buff. Maybe a third hit point, or maybe a little more armor, because they can get cut down. But these are high tier units they're fighting, so it kind of makes sense that they'd die against these. But yeah, they crush these armsmen really quickly. Yeah, that new charge that they have is amazing. I wonder if they do it to trolls. Could they send trolls flying? Should we test that? Should we see if they can cut down trolls? We won that battle. Who got the most kills? Yeah, Skin Changer, 79 that quickly. I'm curious though, can they send trolls flying? Do them against just basic trolls, we don't need to do the fancy ones. Moria, where are you? There you are. Skin Changers. Let's also, I can throw the Framsguard because those guys look really nice. I don't know if they have any armor upgrades, but we can check. Same with the Bear Warriors. I don't think they have armor upgrades, though. Sauron versus Trolls. I believe Sauron would win that, just because his bodyguard is ridiculously powerful. I mean, we saw Dragon Slayers beat Trolls. Sauron dumpsters Dragon Slayers. So here are the Framsguard, the brand new elite cavalry unit for the Anduin Vale. Pretty much looking like Rohan cavalry, like honestly. No armor upgrades on those, but they're pretty decent. 11 attack, good against mounts. Darn versus Oleg High, I think he would still win. And then the Bear Warriors, the new kind of Carrot Guard replacement. No armor upgrades on those, but I think they look fantastic. You guys fall back. I'm just going to use the Skin Changers. I'm really curious to see how they fare against these trolls. It'd be funny to see them go flying. Let's see, do they send anyone flying or do they get sent flying themselves? Okay, they get sent flying themselves. They can't knock trolls around. That won't happen. I wonder who actually wins this fight. I think the Skin Changers might win, because they have that really high attack. Yep, they win. They definitely win. Being relentless and knocking these trolls down everywhere. Good counter to those trolls. I mean, they definitely take some damage themselves. Curious. It's actually pretty evenly matched. Now they're down in numbers now. We're 1-on-1 now. Actually, nope, we're still at, nope, 1-on-1. But the trolls kind of do stagger though, like their bodyguard is staggering. We stun locked. Curious, I think the trolls just slightly win that matchup. Yeah, definitely. Trolls definitely win that. Let's send in the Framsguard to finish this off. Anyone here excited for Warhammer 3? Because I am. And then the winged hussars arrive. There we go. That'll kill all those trolls. Unresolved battle, but we won that. Can we do Sauron versus Olaghai? Because Olaghai are exclusive to Mordor. I don't think we can do Mordor on Mordor. Maybe I can find an alternative, though. What's another unit that's pretty equivalent? If I pick Mordor, can we do Mordor versus Mordor? I think maybe we can. Let's see, will it let us? Okay, yeah, no, they have to be on the same team, so we can't do that. I don't think anyone else gets a troll at that level. Snow trolls are up there, they're comparable. You're Gundabad, where are you? There you are. Yeah, I'm excited for Cathay, and I'm excited for playing Slaanesh as well. I'm curious to what Cathay's going to have, and I'm really curious to how they're going to handle Tzeentch. That's really got me curious. Like Tzeentch, like the pink horrors, the blue horrors, and the brimstone horrors. I'm guessing they'll just be separate units. Maybe a Regiment of Renown version that actually transforms. Isengard gets the basic trolls, and they can upgrade to their armor. But they get the mountain trolls. They don't have their own unique trolls anymore. So snow trolls are 42 attack, 36 defense with 6 hit points. Olaghai are 45, 38, 36. So actually pretty comparable there. But Sauron is relentless, so I think Sauron will dumpster these trolls. Yeah, I really can't wait to see a Cathay trailer, and I'm hoping that Creative Assembly, I'm hoping they come out with it as if it's like a Three Kingdoms trailer, and then just out of nowhere, it's just Warhammer. Like, I'm hoping it's just some, like, you know, guy who looks like he could fit in Three Kingdoms, talking about, you know, their war, and some basic, you know, humans, and then out of nowhere, I just want to see, like, monkey warriors. I want to see those lion dog statues that you see at a lot of, like, Chinese temples. I want to see those being ridden by human soldiers. I want to see the Kirin, which are like these fancy flying unicorns. I'm really curious to see. Sauron versus Legolas's bodyguard, which is the Hinny Dower. Interesting, actually. I think Sauron wins that, though. I feel like I tested that before. Yeah, Sauron, okay, they do get knocked over, but they are relentless, so they won't get staggered. Snow trolls are already dying, so Sauron definitely dumpsters those. I mean, he does have 30 attack, AP, 55 defense. Yeah. If these were Olaghai, they would still get dumpstered as well. Did we even lose a single... We didn't even lose a single man, did we? I don't think we did. Yeah, Sauron's bodyguard just... absurd. We can test that, though. We'll see how they work. Come on, flank him. Get on there. Well, we know how that battle went. We lost one. Even if it was Olaghai, I think it would be just about the same. Yeah, I can see if I can make Legolas work. Although Legolas isn't unique, it's just the Hinny Dower. Oh, where is he? Lorien, there we are. Sauron versus 2 Falon Warriors. I think Sauron is still going to win that one. I think we would need about 10 Falon Warriors. Mordor there. Let's see your Hinny Dower. There we are. I don't think Hinny Dower win this. I think they get wrecked. Jacob, you say, I think Cathay will have a similar treatment to Skaven. Big secret to be announced before release. Yeah, I saw people talking about that as well. I can see them being saved for last. I hope it's soon, though. I'm excited. I mean, we pretty much know what to expect from all of the Chaos factions. I mean, we have their army books. We know what to expect. I mean, for Khorne, I mean, yeah, we have the Skull Cannon with the Juggernauts. I'm sure we'll get something like maybe a Slaughter Priest or extra heroes. Nurgle, I mean, we know we're going to get Plague Bearers for Nurgle. I mean, there's no denying that. I hope we get the Bloatflies. I think that'll be really cool to have on launch. For Tzeentch, it's just kind of weird because of all this, like how they're going to do the Screamers, the Horrors. Are we going to have the Beastmen like the Zangors? Are we going to get those on launch? Which also makes me think, I think the Beastmen rework isn't happening in Warhammer 2. I think it's going to be Warhammer 3. Who knows, we might see it in Warhammer 2, but I just think because of all the chaos stuff that's going to be happening in the game, in the third game, I think that's when it's going to happen. As you can see, we haven't even killed a single one yet. And these are body-piercing shots. And by the time they get to us, yeah, we don't even kill them. Yeah, I'm hoping the Predator faction, I'm hoping it's Ogres, personally. I can see Chaos Dwarves waiting, and my reason for that is because we already have 4 Chaos factions, plus presumably Chaos Undivided, right? You could have Chaos Dwarves kind of hold up, like, in their settlements, like, just locked away. And you can basically just have the argument that they're hiding in there for right now. They're sealed, you can't attack them. Those fortresses are impenetrable, and they're biding their time waiting to come out. That way you don't have 5, 6 Chaos factions to deal with only 2 Order factions. And then later on you could have a DLC where the Chaos Dwarves actually emerge from their holds and go out to war. I feel like Ogres would be better, simply because that gives you a kind of neutral party that can fight Chaos, they can fight Cathay, they can fight Kislev, plus whatever. I'm sure there's going to be generic Dwarves and generic greenskins just kind of scattered around the settlement, and I'm sure we're going to have just Skaven on the map. Kind of like how in Warhammer 2, if you play the Vortex, yeah, not a single one of Sauron's bodyguard died. If you play the Vortex campaign in Warhammer 2, there's Dwarves, there's Empire, there's Greenskins, there's Norskins, like all those factions are present, so I can see them being present in the map for Warhammer 3. Like in the Darklands, I could see there being Greenskins in kind of place for the Hobgoblins and Goblin Hordes and all that sort of thing. Random dwarf places. But I think if you have the Ogres as pre-order or just like on launch, like that would be just so much fun. I mean, I've been waiting for the Ogres for a very, very long time. And honestly, there's not a whole lot in terms of DLC options for Ogres. So I feel like the pre-order incentive could work. You could have their full roster, kind of like how Norska was. You get their full roster, and then that's it. Maybe you have an update later on. But you could do everything. You could have 4 Lords. You could have the Thunder Tusks, or whatever they're called. The Stone Horns. The Yetis. I'm excited for Yetis, by the way. I can't wait for Yetis. I'm going to be using those a lot in multiplayer just because it'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, Cathay's been confirmed, Jose. They were confirmed in facts and on that trailer that they did. Sauron versus Firebombs? Okay, yeah, we'll test that. Same thing here, Nazgûl. I'm curious to see if the Nazgûl can do it. I imagine their Firepots can. Pick those and Sauron's Bodyguard. Yeah, I mean, people are expecting Beastmen in the second game to be updated. I want to see Neferata. I want to see Dwarves as well, being at least playable in the campaign map, because I want to see Thunder Barges, but I can see Dwarves waiting till Game 3. Kind of where they're like, okay, Chaos Dwarves are here, there's all these demons, we need a big weapon to deal with that. I can see Dwarves getting their update in Game 3, getting Thunder Barges, Rune Golems, all the big stuff to make them fun again. I just want to see Dwarves and Vampire Counts and Norska just in the Vortex map. I mean, maybe they don't care about it anymore at this point. Warhammer 2 is kind of at the end of its life cycle. But it'd be curious. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard just to slap on a Norskin Lord. Like, slap Wulfric on to the Warhammer 2 map in the north. Give him a pirate ship kind of mechanic so he has horde growth. And I know SFO does that and some other mods too. It's just so simple. Like, why has Creative Assembly not implemented that just as a small update? Maybe even make it so that you can just play as one of the Maybe the dwarves in the Spine of Sotek or something. I don't know. Give us just a generic vampire faction to play in the Southlands. You know, there's so many options. Just to slap them in there and let it be playable. Yeah, Nazkai. Definitely wreck Sauron's bodyguard. Those fire pots are instant kills. Wow. Absolutely wrecked. Can they beat them in melee? I think they will. 2 relentless units. I mean, Sauron is better. Yeah, Sauron's dead. Nazkai beats Sauron, but only with those fire pots. Yeah, the Neferata being added on the map, I can see it happening. I'm hoping for Spirit Hosts, and I'm really hoping for Morghast. I'm so excited for Morghast. I hope to see those. Like, I could even show you guys the 2 Morghast that I've painted. I'll even just bring those up in a minute here. You guys let me know what other changes you want to see or anything else from the mod. I'm gonna grab those real quick. You guys want to see Ents versus Celeborn? That could be interesting. Let me just load that one up first, and then I'll show you what I got here. We'll do Woodland Realm versus... I'll control the Ents here. Actually, maybe I should control Lothlorien, and then the AI can control the Ents. Ents are a little weak, though, I'm not gonna lie. What is Celeborn's bodyguard? It's the Barrio E Ingele, I think? Yeah, that's it. I think the Ents just need an area of effect attack to be stronger. I mean, they're good against certain units, and they cause fear, and they can do a lot of damage, but they kill kind of slowly. Anyway, here is a Morghast that I had actually painted up there, and I actually converted it to have a double-edged halberd. And I really hope these guys get added to Warhammer very soon, because I think it'll add something really cool for the vampire counts. Give them a very strong flying unit that's fast, kind of like Vargeist, but maybe a bit more armored. I think it'd be really cool and super elite. And then definitely my favorite tabletop model. I found out that for my Bone Reapers army, I have 3,340 points of them. And I am nearly done. I just have to paint 40 more skeletons and then finish Catacross himself, and I'll have finished a massive army. We'll see here. I'm not sure who would win this one. Ents are kind of slow to kill, but these Barrio E Ingele are very powerful. Here, of course, are the new Ent models. I can't remember if they were like this in 4.5 or not. I think they were. I'll just run up here. Very well armored. But I think they suffer from the fact that they can only hit one unit at a time. That's kind of their weakness, in my opinion. Yeah, we haven't killed any yet, but they're charging. It's on time 6. They do charge through and can do a lot of damage. They count as infantry, so our spear bonus isn't going to help us here. Quite curious. Yeah, Ents will probably win this, I think. We'll see. I mean, they'll lose HP as this battle goes on. How much HP do they actually have? So they have 7 hit points, 21 armor, and 20 defense skill. So they're better than any of the, they're better than all of the trolls. Ents versus Mumakil, I'm not sure who would win that. I think the Mumakil will win that. Yeah, Steel Longbowmen would probably fare much better against these.
Only half our force remains.
Yeah, they're getting wrecked. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to know about version 5? Or any questions for me or anything here? We're just, as we kind of moved on just to little custom battles now. Yeah, we definitely lost this battle. Maybe if we had the Axemen, they would win. Armor piercing is good against ants, especially axes. Yep, alas, we couldn't even kill a single ant. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, the Dunadine and the North have their steel bowmen, but the Ardenheim don't. I can't imagine that they would be added to the Ardenheim, but it would be neat. Mary asked if I will be doing campaign gameplay streams in the future. I think so. I think I could definitely do that, and then just kind of do it live. That way I don't even have to, like, go through my whole editing process, because all of this just goes straight to YouTube. So I was kind of thinking about that today. I'm not opposed to doing that. We might do that like once a week. Maybe Sundays are a good day. Kind of like today. That might just be something I consistently do. I want to also add more content to my channel. In my Warhammer battles, I got a couple of those replays I have saved up. Vermintide as well. I've been really loving that with the Chaos Waste update. It's been super fun lately. But yeah, I could probably do like a weekly campaign stream. And of course, once the Dunadine Reunited Kingdom script is like actually kind of brought to a better completion level, I guess, I am definitely going to be playing that one routinely, and I'll probably stream that one on a weekly basis as well. Just whenever Finn actually gets to doing it. He said he's still working on like the rosters, but he's been busy with other mods in his real life work, so it's been a little slow at the moment. Hobbits versus Mumakil. I think the Hobbits can win that as long as they don't get charged. Yeah, I can't wait for the Reunited Kingdom either. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing that. Especially actually having that warm-up to getting to Gondor instead of just starting with it. Once you actually have a foothold established in Arnor, I think it'll be really fun. And in fact, there will be changes to Bree, potentially. So for the Dunadine, you'll either be able to merge with Gondor as the Reunited Kingdom, or you'll be able to join with Arnor. So you could basically merge with Bree and reunite the Kingdom of Arnor, and you'll keep your Beacon of Hope units and everything. But if you merge with Gondor and do the Reunited Kingdom, it'll be more like elite units. You won't be able to kind of go off that mercenary system. As far as I'm aware, that's kind of like the current talks. They're still working out the kind of, you know, the different ways to differentiate it, but you'll be able to either form the Kingdom of Arnor and stay in Eriador, or you can do the Reunited Kingdom, which gives you good replay value, I think. There was also discussion about Bree. This is in the work list, actually. Where is Bree? I could play as them. Well, there was talk about Bree kind of making the Kingdom of Cardolan, and kind of, if you play Bree, I mean, yeah, you have the Merchant, or the Mercenary, or, what's the other one? You have Mercenary route, or joining with the Dunadine. There's also going to be some type of script in relation to reforming Cardolan as Bree, which I think would be very fun. Yes, you want hobbits and angry bearded middlemen opposed to Amrothian knights. It sounds like one is definitely preferable, but if you just want to play an Eriador, I can see it definitely being, you know, working that way. If you don't want to have to deal with the whole split kingdom thing and you want to play that way you have options. But there's basically going to be another thing in the future will be Bree kind of forming the Kingdom of Cardolan here, which makes me wonder how it's going to happen now that the Dunadine have Matriath. I bet that's actually curious. How would that work? But yeah, maybe like you go down here, take Cor Willishur, Karis Nurled, Argon, and maybe Tharbad, and reunite Cardolan itself as a power. I could see that being, you know, kind of a fun thing to do. Maybe even renaming your faction. I'd like to see a unique unit in Tharbad also. This is from Third Age Reforged, where they have like Tharbad Royal Guard or something, or Tharbad Hammer Guard of Tharbad, and they're like these two-handed pole hammer wielding units that you get in Tharbad that are super powerful, but that's only in Reforged. Yeah, and this actually kind of hurts Bree a little bit, but it does give you a buffer. If you don't want to Actually, yeah, where do you go as Bree now? I didn't even think about that. You literally just go through Cor Willashar now and go through Karis Nerdlehead, I guess. It does kind of limit it, so maybe that can be amended so that the Dunadine don't have this if you play as Bree. But it does, it's kind of nice because that way you have a proper city. I don't know. Maybe Halbarad should start off in Kalaniak, maybe. Maybe have him over here, or maybe in Argon, I'm not sure. Yeah, it honestly should be Bree going down this way. But Bree often gets stuck on Mangalin anyway. It's kind of nicer to have him here, though, than in this fort. Oh, actually, you still have Brathor. Okay. Oh, no, I'm Bree. That's right, I'm Bree. Didn't Halbarad start somewhere over here before? Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss on Matrith right now. It's all subject to change. This is still not, you know, final. So it may change. Yeah, I guess if you play Bree now, I mean, yeah, you could go for a Numenhus or something, or I guess you could go for Under Towers, Oskalon, you just play super peacefully. Oh. Turn off the Fog of War here. Kind of curious to see. I mean, you still have your whole roster and everything, which is nice, and you have a lot of units as Bree. But maybe some Cardalani units, Cardalani Sentinels could join their faction, maybe get some special crossbows, I'm not sure. But I mean, at least then you don't have to deal with Dunland right on you. But yeah, you don't really need this as Bree. Kind of tough. It was meant to help the Dunadine, but I could see it kind of working against them there. I've been doing this for almost 3 hours now, my goodness. I might have to end it here soon, guys. I mean, we've gone through a lot of the changes. Probably in a couple weeks' time when there's more updates, I plan on, you know, doing another version 5 kind of open book preview. But I think we'll just go ahead and wrap it up for the day. I need to make some lunch and get some food in me soon. I think we'll go ahead and probably just end it here. Thank you guys for joining today. Look forward to another episode soon. I actually have to re-record my last Angmar episode because OBS decided to screw up on me. So that'll be, it won't be too bad to go through. Anyway, I thank you guys for all joining today. If any of you aren't subscribed to my channel, appreciate it if you do subscribe. Lets me know that people are still interested in the content, and I'm interested in keeping this channel going for a while, and look forward to more version 5 previews in the future. Right now it is just me and Galaderathan. I know Izzy got kind of busy, so he's not doing any of his content right now. Yeah, thank you for all the support, guys. I will see you in the future. Farewell.